Hello and welcome to the Party Dungeon. This is Dungeon Party. As always, I'm your GM Blake Peoples, and here's your cast. What's up, guys?
We're back.
Hello.
Hi.
I am the cast.
I goofed it. I'm not gonna lie.
I am the cast, and
Yeah, and stream and start again.
I don't want to do that. Cool. So, a couple announcements before we begin. We have moved away from Map Tool. Goodbye, Map Tool, forever. Get fucked. And we
You know
are
what
now.
sucks though? That before you finish that sentence,
Yeah.
I've actually seen some like Reddit posts by the creator of Map Tool. Seems like a super great guy, super swell guy, and
We've just ruined him.
every
We
time
talked
we're like
so much shit about
shitting
Map
on this man.
thanks for the memories, even if they weren't so great.
Yeah, listen. It wasn't a bad system. That's what I'll say.
Not us, it's you.
No, it wasn't a bad system. But Foundry is better. We're using Foundry Virtual Tabletop now, thanks to Phoenix for setting it all up. Oh, no, the song just ended abruptly. So now the coolest part about using Foundry is that now everybody can hear the music that you're hearing. Because previously it was just you guys and me hearing that music, but now we all hear it together. So I think that's kind of nice. Peter he might be dead. There was a really haunted doll in the cabin he was in, but theoretically he's on his way. Doll might have gotten him, might not have, so he might pop in later, but he also might not, and we're going to respect him either way. That's all my announcements. Does anybody else have anything that they would like to add? Or any fucking cherished goddamn bits?
Oh, my friends. So, you know when the end of a game is nearing, so you kind of gotta put it off, and or you just got your booster shot and your flu shot on the same day and can't pull yourself out of your bed to get to the PlayStation that's in the living room, you know, just girly things. However, a beautiful game came out on Friday. So for the first time ever, special guest Phoenix. He doesn't know.
He didn't know?
Just because we're playing the same game. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl came out, so we are playing it. It's great. It's a great little cozy game.
I'm hype as fuck. Winfield and I are
Who
gonna
got
Nuzlocke
Diamond,
it.
who got Pearl?
Oh, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a Nuzlocke run.
I
lost my Piplup on the first gym.
Rip.
Yeah, big rip.
More like Rip.
I've also lost a Geodude named Hank, and a Budu named... I can't remember what the Budu was named.
Wow.
But anyway, sorry to hijack the bit.
I
Keep
have
going.
Diamond. Phoenix has Pearl.
Nice.
Because he played Diamond when it actually first came out.
an OG,
I am
MVP.
playing Normie Lock.
Normie lock, just the normal way.
Just
to
the
play.
normal
I didn't know if that
way.
was like a
I
thing.
couldn't-
There's a
I
lot
could
of ways
never.
to play Pokemon.
I could never.
Or you two should do a monotype run,
I was thinking of that.
but you roll for
Maybe
what
for
type
another
at the,
one.
before you
Michael
start
and I tried to do a monotype race.
I beat it.
He beat it. I didn't get very far.
I was normal types.
I
That's
was
pretty
I was
cool.
ground type, I think. Yeah, I was ground type.
A little harder.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
I would, if I were to get it, I'd get Pearl just because I would need to get Ninetales.
See, when I was a kid, I had, through some illicit locker room dealings, I had 4 copies of Diamond and 2 copies of Pearl. I don't know why.
Wow.
That's just sort of what I ended up having. So I'm probably gonna go Diamond for the next one, just because that was the first one that I had.
I never played Gen 4. It's the only one I've never haven't played because it was in that weird situation where it was too late for my mom to want to buy me games, but not late enough for me to have disposable income of my own to buy them.
It's tough.
It's
But now you should get this one.
the Nuzlocke's a
Enjoy
little
it.
easier because they
Wanna
add.
give me
they-
$60?
I don't have it.
Start asking
Patreon.
for those donations in chat.
Patreon, get Michael.
Donate $60 so Michael can play Pokemon.
Diamond.
I know I talked a lot of smack about it, Michael, when I was with you last weekend, but I did end up impulse buying it for my trip to Oneonta this week. And yeah, Phoenix, I agree with what you were probably about to say with some of the new accessibility features making nuzlocking a lot easier.
The XP share.
Yeah.
The built-in XP share is like cake.
I'm
Well,
sad
I
you
say
can't
that,
turn
but
it
then-
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they even removed the ability to turn it off.
Easy money all around.
Whatever.
Well, that was a good bit, although I don't know what the bit is called because it wasn't announced. So that's a bummer.
I'm so sorry. This has been another episode of What's Chelsea Playing?
I guess I'll just have to save my super fun surprise for next week about that.
Sorry.
It's fine.
The energy is low.
We're missing Peter, our highest energy member. Does anybody else have any announcements that they want to make before we jump into this thing? Yeah, Michael.
Does anyone want to play TFT duos with me?
I don't know if anybody in the empty chat wants to play TFT duos with you.
Okay.
But hey, maybe when this goes up on YouTube, you'll get a influx of DMs.
Yeah.
Maybe, Michael.
I'm out of iron, so I'm okay.
I don't know what that means.
That's okay.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, then, without further ado, why don't we jump right into it? I hit that button, and then I hit another button to do mystical intrigue.
Yes.
This sounds like a Pokemon song.
It's not playing for me, but that's okay.
It's
Is it
just
the
quiet at first.
Da, da, da.
Yeah, it's playing. It's just
It's weird to
Turn
listen
down
to
very
music.
low because it's coming in really loud.
It's actually just not playing on Streambot, but that's okay. There we go.
Oh, Michael, were you here when we played Guess How Many Chapsticks Are on My Desk?
Wait, did you guys do something without me?
Sorry, it was like right before. Okay, guess how many chapsticks are on my desk.
5.
You were not. You were listening.
He wasn't
No, I
here.
wasn't.
He wasn't here. That was pretty great.
It's 5.
I know you, Chelsea.
I know, guys. If you like candy
I have
cane,
2.
get on to Chapstick. Comes out with like a fucking 8-pack of all their candy cane chapstick. It's really nice and pepperminty, and if you're still being a good person and like wearing a mask where you're supposed to be, it makes your mask smell really good.
Nice.
This has been another episode of Chelsea Throws Shade.
All right. So last time on Dungeon Party, Chelsea threw some shade. We can't hear your roommates, Michael.
You can?
Yeah.
I put the crisper on.
I guess they still count as voice, I guess.
Okay.
So last time on Dungeon Party Show Bright Futures, our students made their way. Oh my God! They made they made their way through the Underdark.
How about now?
Again and still, you good.
Okay.
The final,
Oh my god.
the final leg of the Underdark. Just mute for a minute while I do the
Yeah.
the recap. The final leg of their Underdark journey, they made their way from the district of Kriess to the exit of the Underdark that they were using, called the Spine, which was a incredibly large cylindrical cavern that they had to traverse upwards in slow, meandering circles atop scaffolding. Of course, the assassin who had been chasing one of the members of the caravan chose that time to attack, slinging arrow, transforming arrow after transforming arrow at them on. Thanks, Phoenix. On top of the dangerous dynamite-rigged scaffolding. There were some casualties. Music just stopped. Sick. There were some casualties along the way as Johnson slash revenant showed off some sick moves, making a motorcycle made out of bone, but instantly triggered a million traps, almost getting Sean D killed, but instead sacrificing himself by falling off the ledge and shattering into several pieces. The group tracked down the assassin and managed to, after realizing that she could not see, and deafening her with a well-placed silence spell, managed to defeat her. And that is where we left off, as two of you headed down to the... Sorry, my music's not working. A few of you headed down into the bottom of the spine on Eagleback to pick up Johnson's body. Septon stayed with the assassin's corpse, and Una stayed with Windrunner and the arrows. And that is where we left off. So, pick up from there. We will pick up with Una specifically. As you see the, I think you heard over your ear that Johnson didn't make it. But as you're sitting atop Windrunner, you're in front of a somewhat chaotic scene. You can see in front of you 6 golden arrows, larger slightly than a standard arrow, lay spread about 10 feet apart each. Scraps of brown cloth having been laid over them so as to disguise them from a fast-moving individual. But standing still, you can see him pretty easily. You also see the bone bike still laying tipped over where it was left. Windrunner starts carefully avoiding the arrows, moving over towards the bike. What do you want to do?
I don't really know what to do. I'm gonna stay with Windrunner.
Oh. Yeah, he heads over to the bike, and he sniffs it a little bit and starts nudging it. And as he does, the bones sort of, what he touches, they sort of snap and fracture. It seems it's a pretty fragile construct, at least as it is right now. You see that his sword is still sticking out of the side at a sort of a weird angle. The sword that he used to summon it out of the corpse of the lion. Just sniffs it a little and looks over.
What is it, boy?
It looks up at you and looks back at the bike, non-committally, really. Sort of a low grumble in his throat.
Do I see a body?
There's probably like a carrion crawler corpse nearby. I don't exactly remember the carnage that was left behind. You see some corpses, but none of them are Johnson's. They're all creatures having been summoned from the arrows.
Oh. But the bike is there, or the remnants of the bike are there.
It's mostly intact.
Yeah.
Just the flame inside of it isn't there anymore. The white and black flame. What?
I did,
You let Una know that Johnson's body was at the ground, so you do know about that.
Yeah.
Okay, that I have the body.
Yeah, you're right now you're packing it up like you did at the end of last session, but it's sort of just...
Well, if Windrunner's avoiding the arrows, yeah, I'm not gonna do anything.
He is gonna start padding his way forward on the track, though. Not terribly quickly, but like definitely faster than you could walk.
I'll follow him. Could I see if I could hop up on him?
Yeah, I figured you're still on his back. Yeah.
Right.
He'll
Yeah.
let you up.
Never mind. Yep.
As it goes around. Few minutes pass by, and you can see coming into the range of your dark vision, Septon sort of crouching over a form. You see that the stone of the wall has crumbled outwards a little bit. here. And Septon is sort of just looking through over a figure. His blue... Well, I guess you can't really see because you have dark vision, so... His skin looks darker than when he's on the surface, but it's
Dark
black and
vision.
white.
That I've probably reapplied those drops
At this point,
to their fullest.
probably have, yeah. But as you approach, he goes, "Oh, hey, found some stuff." You see that he's spread out what seems to be the assassin's belongings. There's a leather pouch, a scimitar, a bow, and what looks to be a small leather envelope.
I'm gonna look at the envelope.
Cool. Yes, you can do that. You look at the envelope. There is a piece of parchment inside.
Okay.
I'll
read it.
A thin and oily piece of parchment, sort of shoved unceremoniously into this leather-like envelope. Like it definitely wasn't carefully slotted in here. It was shoved in here rather quickly. But you can pull it out if you'd like. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You pull it out, you unfold it, and you can make out some text written with fine and pretty eloquent penmanship. It says, "Anise, your target, my girl, is some..." But as soon as you hit that word, the ink of the lettering begins to rot before your very eyes, becoming quickly illegible and starting to drip down the page towards the bottom, only leaving a few words behind in various positions. Read left to right, top to bottom, they read, "You're good," or "lucky." So you understand this contingency. Better luck next time. And the fetid ink from the dissolved words runs down to the bottom of the page and begins to form some more letters. U, N, A, K, N.
No.
What do you do?
I don't know. If it starts rolling out my name, I'm gonna throw it on the ground.
And it stops at the end. Once you let go of it, it stops. It's no longer spelling out your name.
Can I snap the flinted rings and try to burn it
Yeah,
and see?
it quickly catches fire and disappears.
That's some Tom Riddle shit right there.
Okay. That was fun. I'll tell Septon what happened and fill Peter in at a later time.
Yeah, I mean, Septon was watching over your shoulder.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
That's not great.
Why
Say it the way
me?
Septon does.
Why is it always me?
Was that not how Septon does it?
Didn't sound nearly bro enough.
That's not great, dude. Was that good for you? Did you like that?
That was closer. Doing something.
You were missing some ooh-woos.
No, that's turn.
That's 100% turn.
Well, I guess whoever sent them doesn't want us knowing who they are or why they were here.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at the... You said it came in like a letter envelope?
Yeah, a little
There-
leather-like envelope.
Are there any markings on it?
As you look at it, make an investigation check for me.
First, check and foundry. Investigation. Boom. Wait. Boom. Ayo, that's a 28.
Nice.
Wait, was that a natural 20?
I don't know.
How do I know if it's a natural 20?
It's green.
It's green!
So it's a natural 20. You can
It
click
sure
on
is
the
a
roll.
natural 20.
Click on the roll and it'll tell you what the flat roll was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, natural 20. Yeah, you look across it and you look very deeply, and once again, your instincts are to throw it down as this isn't... It is leather of a kind. It's skin. What kind of skin? You really wish you hadn't looked as closely. It's probably elf skin.
Hey, all leather is skin.
Yeah, but this is like pretty recognizably elven.
What Race
stuff.
was the person.
Human. She's a human.
Was a human. Ooh, I hate that. Do I know what type specifically of elf?
Not drow? What? Probably high elf with a natural 20. I mean, here's the thing: is you don't really. I doubt you know what the best type of skin to tan into leather is, but it's hard to see because you are in black and white vision at the moment, and dark vision. But it's elf skin. A natural 20. The paper was paper, but this was an envelope made of elf skin.
Okay.
Sometimes you're like, what?
It's the envelope is made of skin, like.
Gross.
Yeah.
As he was reaching for the other leather pouch, and he's like, good. Well. Ugh. I figured out what my music issue is. I have to have, in order for the music to play, the Foundry has to be the active and open tab on my computer, which is actually a problem, but we'll figure it out later.
Probably a module that does. I know there are modules that do better music controls.
I'll figure that out for next time.
So it begins.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's
a leather pouch, a scimitar, and a bow.
Can I can I find a stick maybe? Or maybe can I use the scimitar
Yeah, you can pick up
and try to
Sure.
rummage through the bag so I don't touch
you
it?
pick up the scimitar, and the first thing that you recognize is how, pretty. She is dressed fairly eccentrically with the giant mask on her face and the leather armor, but the scimitar is very dull. Looks functional, worn, and honestly a little bit neglected. You can see that there are scratch marks that line the flat of the blade. It doesn't really make sense that those would have been put there from combat, as though somebody spent long hours just sort of etching things into the blade. You pick it up and you can sort of poke into the leather pouch, and it tumbles over to the side fairly easily, and you hear the familiar clink of gold. Probably can't get too specific without actually getting into leather or cutting it open, but
Okay. But
though, I mean, as you're starting to deal with it, this looks to be of a different material than the envelope. It's a much darker, much thicker pouch.
okay. Then I'll just drop the scimitar and rummage through the bag like
you
normal.
pick it up. It's a pretty standard leather pouch.
Okay.
It contains 124 gold pieces, Solosian, judging by the square shape. A dozen ignition pins, little metal things. You're guessing that this has something to do with some dynamite, and what look like knuckle bones.
Can I look closer at the knuckle bones?
They're well worn, as though somebody spent a lot of time sort of just thumbing them. A lot of the edges have been removed. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Other than that, there's 4 of them.
Gross.
Yeah, there's 4 of them. They've probably been used to fidget with for quite some time. They're pretty tarnished. They're not
fantasy fidget spinner.
Yeah, but it's bones.
But it's bones.
You could make a medicine check if you wanted to figure out what sort of creature these came from.
Love that.
You don't have to, but you could.
No, that's not Una's vibe.
Yeah. At this point, Septon has probably picked up the bow. He's just looking over it. He's like, this is a nice bow. You can see in his hands, it seems, as opposed to the scimitar, like very, very well cared for. It's got a black and white look to it, almost petrified, but it's pretty supple and seems like fairly oiled and well maintained. And the string is strange, though in the low light it's really hard to make it out why. There's sort of a glint to it.
Maybe. No, nobody's used a bow, but let's hold on to that.
Alright.
Because it looks fancy.
You got the back, right?
Yeah.
What do we do with her?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'll telepath out to the others. Do we know where they went?
In fact,
Okay.
you hear some wing beats.
Oh, right.
The boys are back.
As the two eagles make their way back up to the spot. I heard your roommates more than I heard you.
Ow, I have the input sensitivity so low.
No, you sounded like you were coming from a different room. It sounded better that second time, though. You're good.
Because they weren't talking.
Yeah, but the eagles fly you back up.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, those are the ones. What's the vibe today, guys?
Same as it is every day.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I was on Jimmer, I think. So I'll touch Jimmer down
Cool.
on the ramp.
Leans its side over to let you off.
Well, we've got Johnson.
How's everything going here?
Some really fucked up stuff and also a body. So.
How far behind us was the rest of the caravan?
Quite a ways. You still haven't been contacted by them.
Would we have seen them on our way up?
Probably not, just based off of the size of the cavern. You went straight down, straight up, and they were probably like halfway around the bend. They'll likely catch up in the next 10 to 20 minutes, or at least get to the first giant gap in the scaffolding.
Right. But you said that last week or 2 weeks ago that it sounded like they wouldn't have a problem with that when we told them about it.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. Is that where Tether went?
Tether's with you on an eagle. No?
No.
Then where are you?
I was climbing down to get rid of the dynamite.
Oh yeah,
traps.
you were clearing out the dynamite. So yeah, you're continuing to do that. It's easy enough.
Yeah.
I suppose we should clean up here while we wait for them.
Yeah, what do we do with the gestures to the corpse of the assassin?
I
Just
can't
leave her?
say I know.
I mean, we could just leave her.
I feel like we should. Something in me tells me we shouldn't, but I don't know what else we would do with a assassin's corpse.
I mean,
You could bring it with, throw it in the caravan.
Things are already cramped in the caravan. I don't know that we want a rotting body.
Well, you can't use my bedroll because I've already used it.
yeah, some viscera just sort of drops out of the bottom, hits the ground.
So, and anyone else have a bedroll?
I mean, yeah, but I'm not gonna put a body in it.
Not just anybody.
Actually, I might not have a bedroll now that I think about it, because I don't sleep.
Couldn't we just, like, cover her with some stones and leave her be?
I don't have a problem with that.
Well, if anyone wants to help me get started on that,
Yeah.
we should also make sure the caravan can get across those gaps.
Yeah, that might be a challenge. Septon is gonna start just like... He's gonna roll her over to the edge and just start putting some of the crumbled rocks that were from Tether's stone hand over her.
Yeah, I'm gonna help with that.
It doesn't take too long. She's not terribly large.
Well, I guess I'll head back down the ramp and see.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. It's probably around this point that, Una, you get a message on your ear from Deviel saying, there seems to be a gap. We can't really cross it. Could use your assistance.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Are things all right? Is the threat taken care of?
Yeah. Yeah, I believe so.
Good. Thank you. We'll see you at the gap.
I need to buy some corduroys anyways.
Tether, it's about this point. You've crawled a little bit. You've been collecting. Have you been collecting it, or have you just been getting rid of it?
Collecting, I believe.
Cool. You probably can't carry it all in your bag.
Okay, then I collect
But
as
you
much
collect
as
as
I
much
can.
as you can, which is... It's like 3 bundles of dynamite that you managed to, like, get in your bag. Each bundle has 5 sticks. So, in total, 15 sticks of dynamite. Only 3 ignition pins, though, because they were sort of grouped together. Groups of 5. You get to a point where you realize you've gone for a pretty long while and there hasn't been a stick of dynamite. They were pretty regularly spaced, but you're realizing there probably isn't any more beyond this point. Muted.
Okay, and I cleared the ones like where I started.
Yeah.
There was stuff like before that,
Yeah.
before going that way.
So you cleared those ones and then you went the forward.
okay, cool.
You feel pretty confident that you've probably gotten all the dynamite.
Okay, I'm gonna climb back on top of the ledge.
Cool.
And then start walking down, but slowly and breathing very heavily.
Yeah.
I was doing a monkey bar situation for a while.
Really long time, yeah. You're probably pretty swiftly lapped by Windrunner with Una on his back.
Oh, I was behind them?
Yeah, they went farther up. She ran far away from where the dynamite was ever planted.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
So she could fire down onto the dynamite rather than have it anywhere near her. Yeah, you're pretty quickly. You hear a dog coming up behind you, and Una on Windrunner's back is there.
Hi.
Just arms full of dynamite.
Hi, I have dynamite.
Observe my tactics.
Thank you for the subbage, Rob. Appreciate it.
Hi.
This is Tether
Hi.
talking to Una.
Hold on, RP with someone else. I'm sorry. I'm figuring out. Like,
So the dog goes...
I don't mean to be rude. I'm just figuring out Foundry stuff.
Okay.
The dog sort of... Windrunner comes up to you and then just sort of prods you with his nose.
Okay. Should we head back down?
And then he's gonna... boom, 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 much faster.
Okay, I'll catch up. Okay.
you hear some footsteps behind you, and the boys are coming as well.
Hi.
Oh, Tether. Good to see you here.
That's a lot of dynamite.
I have a lot of dynamite.
Here. Septon holds his arms out for some of it. You're muted.
Heather stepped in the silence bubble.
Okay, how much dynamite do you want? Do we want to spread it out evenly? Oh, is this not like a currency thing?
I don't think people accept dynamite as money, but you could definitely use it as a currency, so to speak.
I did speak. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you 5.
Thank you. Somebody remind me to tell Peter he has 5 dynamite now.
Add it to his inventory.
I could just do that.
I can't.
I'll do it later.
Nice.
I'm probably fine when it comes to dynamite, Heather. I don't have much need for explosives, and well, given my track record, I feel they might just accidentally go off and kill me again.
I could use some dynamite.
I'll give you dynamite. I'll give you 5 dynamite, and I'll keep
Great.
5. Wait, do you want more than 5?
I'll take all the dynamite you have.
I was thinking you could do it where you could light the dynamite and then throw it because you like throwing things.
That's a great idea.
I'll give you all the rest of my dynamite.
How much is that?
That's 10 sticks of dynamite.
All right.
They're
Heather, we produce-
bundled in groups of 5, but there are 10 sticks. Yeah.
Is it count as the dynamite item in
Yep,
D&D, or is
dynamite
it?
item.
So is it 2, or is it 10 sticks?
10 sticks of dynamite. They had been grouped together for larger and more
Gotcha.
explosive
Also, note is I did install the search module, so if you hit Control and Spacebar at the same time, it opens a little search box. That's how you can like search for an item like dynamite, and you just drag that onto your character sheet, and that'll add it quickly
blasts. Sick.
for everybody to know.
Control space. Control space. Cool. Okay, so I turned the input sensitivity down so low on both the mic and Discord. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good.
I could actually turn you up a little bit.
Oh, I already had you turned up at like 160%.
He's at 200% now. You're all like turned pretty high up for me, but
I'm just
There
a
you
soft boy with a soft mic.
yeah. Cool. Yeah, I mean, you're all there if you want to make your way back. It doesn't take too long before you do find your way back. And you can see, well, you make it back across the first gap. There's 2 gaps. The first gap you make it across easily enough. And the second gap you can see the caravan on the other side. Agile Mask is just like out in front, like looking around and under. And he waves as you approach. Says, "Well, I mean, good job, I guess. Took care of the threat.
Thank you.
Too bad Revenant had to go, but that's the line of work."
I'd rather not dwell on it. Let's just be on our way.
So, in order to be on our way, we are going to have to cross this gap somehow.
Yes, I don't know that I can be much help. I realize I sort of volunteered myself, but I don't know. I can't really carry the wagons across.
No, none of us can.
Could we use your could we use Septon's holes to get people across?
I already used them for the day. We'd have to sleep. People isn't really the problem. Windrunner could get us all across. It's just we still have like several weeks of journey to go. You guys are done, but we still have to, keep going. So if we lose the wagons now, that's going to be difficult.
If we could get all the people and supplies across, could 2 giant eagles lift the caravan over?
It's worth a shot. Turn, you look like you have an idea.
I'm thinking. No, that won't work. Nope, I have no idea.
All right, we'll tell you.
I have. Let's see what I have in my backpack. Start rummaging through. I have a hammer, some pythons, a climbing kit, A crowbar. 10 sticks of dynamite. How big are these gaps? Like 10 feet across?
15.
Oof.
I mean, if you got a hammer, we could make makeshift platforms to get across.
Out of what? Do we have any lumber?
And he points to the back of the caravan. I mean, we need a caravan. We don't need the whole thing.
Sounds good to me.
Might take a while. You any good at building? Any of you?
Aye.
Tyr steps forward and he says, "Yeah, my dad was a carpenter. I could probably help out a little bit." Alright, well. Tyr and I could start in on it if you guys want to scout, help out in any way. Up to you. You've done a lot. Honestly, maybe take a load off for a minute.
But I'm so good at manual labor.
Alright, I mean, if you want to help.
So no on the Eagles.
No, we'll... If this doesn't work, we'll do the Eagles.
Okay. Also, remind me if I'm wrong, Septon, but I believe you have the enhance abilities spell, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I do. But it only lasts for a certain amount of time?
Yeah, but if you could cast it at a higher spell slot, you can use it on one additional creature, and you can give the giant eagles extra strength.
Oh. I mean, that's a good idea. I could do that. Do we want to do that? What do we think, guys?
Would that make the eagle strong enough to lift the caravan up and fly over?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Alright, let's try it, see how far we get. If it doesn't work, we build a bridge.
Adromask is going to get everybody out of the caravans. And the Septon...
Like supplies.
Septon might not have the spell slot. No, he leveled up, so he definitely does have that spell slot. I'll cast it as highest level spell slot. Enhance ability. On the 2 eagles.
I don't know if you get more spell slots between 5 and 6.
You do. Bards do.
What?
Because he just said...
I did.
Oh, he just got another 3rd level spell slot, yes.
So
yes,
he's going to
yes.
use his 3rd level spell to cast Enhance ability on the 2 eagles. And they can give it a shot. Michael, if you want to give it a roll for those eagles...
And you need a feather from a beast to cast it, and you can just take the feather.
Technically, they're Fae. Or Celestials.
Let me have my whimsy.
Or Infernals, or whichever you prefer, but they aren't beasts.
Ooh, would they...
It's up to you. It's up to what Tether would summon.
Well, it's up to what the taint inside her would affect it to be.
Probably an infernal creature.
Yeah.
Taint.
I hate you guys.
No, you taint. No.
What?
What's the name of the spell?
Enhance ability?
No.
Taint?
To summon the eagles.
Oh, summon, the conjure. You have 5 different.
Yeah. Conjure.
Conjure animals?
Conjure.
It's a 3rd level
you
spell,
check-
conjure animals.
Yeah, conjure animals.
Yeah. Conjure animals, yeah.
Oh, you know what? No, they are... No, they're beasts
They're-
and fae.
Oh.
For whatever fucking reason. Cool.
Wait, why are they beasts and fae?
Each beast is also
Each
considered
beast
a
is
fae.
also considered fae.
Yep.
How about that?
Fae beasts.
Beasts.
Cool.
Okay,
So why
then.
don't you, for your eagles, why don't you make an athletics check with advantage?
Wait, 1 second. I accidentally unplugged my headphones. What did you say?
Make an athletics check for your eagles
Okay, let me pull up their
with
stat
advantage for the
If you do control space
giant
in
eagle.
Foundry and type up giant eagle and hit enter, it'll pull up the stat block for you.
Look at that.
block. Loading index.
Okay, that takes like
I'm
2 seconds.
loading the index.
And then
Theoretically, your most used spells and creatures and stuff, I'm going to just give you shortcuts to, but I haven't gotten around to that yet. Cause
How long does loading the index usually take?
2 seconds. So you're still loading? Do you want me to roll for you in the
no,
meantime?
you type it in because it says loading index until you type anything.
Oh.
No, it doesn't give me a
All right, they have a strength of 16 plus 3.
16 plus 3.
So well, plus 3 is their modifier.
Plus 3, okay, cool. Thank you.
You have advantage.
Yeah. Is it r/?
No, you should be able to click the buttons. There's a little D20 button. Click that.
Well, he doesn't have the sheet up. Oh, but down at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh,
then click
true.
the advantage button, and you can also do the +3.
Okay. It was kind of hidden because the macro bar is over it because I have it on half screen. Okay.
No.
$15.
15 from the giant eagles will be enough. If nobody's in the caravan and all the gear has been loaded out, it's as they fly the first one up over the first barrier, over the second barrier, to the third. Do the same with the second, and then one by one, Windrunner can get the people across. If you'd like to take a short rest during this time, you can.
Short rest?
Yep, short rest.
I sure would. There's a short rest button on the character sheets. It's the little bed icon, and then the first hourglass is the short rest option. Cool. And it even lets you roll dice.
Great.
Hit dice, and automatically heals you for them.
Could you knee it real quick, Michael? It's okay. Cool. But yeah, it takes better part of an hour and a half to get everyone across individually, but you do make your way across. The caravan is once again able to proceed. And in fact, yeah, you can get in the caravan and just make your way up. It's going to be several more hours to get to the top.
Oh, do you guys hear dice sounds when people roll? You can mute those by in the music settings. Go to the interface slider
to the bottom.
and just slide that all the way down.
But I want to hear the clickety clacks.
Okay, then keep it, then max it out.
Or I'll just do this.
Yeah. Well, I'm still going to be rolling manually, so you can hear it through my screen.
I don't want to touch a physical die ever again in my life.
Because
I
they
just
don't
got
matter.
a really cool set.
I want to be one with the machine.
Got a really cool new set.
Well, one day,
So
Phoenix, we're going to play in person again.
Your clothes
That's going to
died?
be a problem.
I'm going to be running Foundry on my laptop just to roll.
Every time we get to a combat encounter, Phoenix is gonna be like, "Wait, I have to draw this in Foundry."
Every time Phoenix rolls a virtual die, I just hear the dice bag that I bought him for Christmas like cry in our cubby over there.
Well, as you make your way,
It wasn't that expensive. Sorry.
as you make your way up the thing, you have several hours if there's anything anybody wants to do on your way up.
I'm gonna at some point run out of eye drops, and I think I'm gonna save the last few uses for maybe something more important. So I'll probably just have my little flinted rings
All right,
and a little
cool. I mean, yeah, you can
emo
just be in the
kid with
caravan.
a hand
at
of
this point.
fire. Yeah.
Karen is going to wallow in sadness.
No, that's my thing.
It's also Turn's thing, isn't it?
Uh,
I mean, Septon's
Run.
blue, but you can tell that he's... Oh, actually, Septon will do something. Septon is going to ask any of you if you have a notebook or quill and paper.
yeah.
Could I have, like, a
You're
lot?
not Septon.
Like a lot?
Ah.
Like a whole notebook? I have extras.
You hear a voice chirp up from the corner. You see the countess says, "I also have several notebooks if it's hugely necessary." And he's like, "I mean, I just need like a notebook." So
Like, which one do you want? And I'll start. This is the best part of the bag of holding, to be honest.
I don't know.
It can
I mean,
hold
what
all
one
my
could you?
notebooks.
I guess the most like heroic one.
Her.
I know that doesn't really mean anything, but
Okay.
the one that gives you the most like heroic vibes.
I've never felt those vibes, but
Yeah, me neither. But it's for what's gonna go in there.
all right. I'll hand over. It's a fairly plain but like well-made leather-bound one. This is from like a traveling troupe that we housed a few seasons ago.
But it's cool if I.
They had some cool stories, so
It's cool if I just take it.
yeah, it's yours. It's yours.
Thanks,
Write your name.
Appreciate it.
Write in your name in it.
I will. Do you have a quill?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What's what?
And then he's gonna, he's gonna start writing in it, and he's gonna spend the rest of this journey just writing and like looking up and around, and then writing some more, scratching stuff out, putting more in. You notice that the Countess is doing a very similar thing, but she's also been doing that the whole trip.
Gandhi is also going to join the writing group and try to continue that logbook he was
Alright,
writing.
make the
I
check.
don't think I've passed one of these checks yet.
You sure haven't.
12.
It's the best passage that you've written. It's not
Oh,
good.
hell yeah.
It's pretty undetailed, and you don't remember a lot of what's happened recently on account of the being unconscious for a while. But it's the most legible and cohesive one that you've written so far.
The fewest doodles in the margins.
Yeah, you wouldn't turn it in for a grade
Mhm.
at all, but you're not ashamed to look back at it.
Okay. I can live with that.
All right, anything else anybody wants to do on the trip upwards through the spine? Cool.
Nope.
Awesome. What is this cast? Do you want to cast a spell? Oh, they're being loud, but you do want to do something.
Type it in
the Foundry chat. Oh, you want to play Go Fish? Peter's not gonna make it. Oh well.
Aw.
Cool. So yeah, you start playing Go Fish. Actually, Desi's gonna take you up on your offer, Tether, and play some Go Fish with you.
Oh, we'll have to send Desi an invite to our online Go Fish game then. Blake, that's gonna come to you in a second.
I don't want it to come to me.
I fully expect you
I
to
have to
DM while playing
I
Go
can't
Fish with us on the
also
side.
play Go Fish.
Are you sure about that?
He keeps waiting. It keeps saying waiting for Phoenix to come online.
What are you talking about? I'm playing with you right now.
No, you're not. That's a computer.
Oh. Well, rip.
Desi.
Wait,
That's
no, wait. I'm in
Desi.
a game with Lisa, Mike, Bill.
That's
Oh, no.
That's Desi.
It's Lisa, Mike, Bill. I closed it.
My close
Rip.
too. So
Anyway,
Turn's also playing.
Sure. The three of you are playing together. But yeah, before too long, the air starts to smell a lot fresher. And it starts to get a lot colder very, very quickly. You start to shiver. The Countess puts on a big fur coat. Brahm's travel cloaks, if you still have them. Septon puts his on.
I'm thinking Tether's never been in a cold climate.
It's not. It's really bad. Your nose. There's some like snot that's frozen to your lip. I mean, you traveled through the snow to get to the Underdark, but it's been fairly temperate down here.
Was it snowing at that time?
It was snowing the whole time. Yeah.
Oh.
But this is colder significantly than that was. It's not good. Your skin, your skin gets a little discolored as well. You're more of like a muddy green than a full on green like you usually would be.
Ranging to gray.
Yeah, you're getting there. It's not good. People keep checking if you're okay.
Shandi's got his mittens on.
Desi's gonna be like, Tether, are you okay? You look a little gray.
Yeah.
Do you want my coat?
It'll rip on my bark.
Okay. I can give you a blanket.
It's just a crisp breeze. It feels good.
Okay. She is gonna go grab a blanket out of her bag. It's a big woolen thing. She's gonna put it next to you. You don't have to use it, but it's right there. I don't want to win Go Fish because you froze to death. That doesn't feel fair.
Sit still. Win.
Oh. Okay, well then you're on. Got any twos?
I have a 2, a 3.
No,
and
just the
then
one.
9.
Don't have to tell me everything. All right. But eventually, yeah, the air becomes entirely fresh. You can smell, you can hear wind in the distance. You can smell fresh air, and eventually you come to the top of the spine. Unfortunately, you're still in a cave. Unlike the underground environments that you guys have spent the last month in, however, the stone here is brown and wide, and there's snow just sort of all over the ground. You can see up at the top of the spine some lights in the distance, and as you make your way up to the top and around the just deep chasm and get closer and closer, you can see that there is a checkpoint, not unlike the one on the other side of the that you came down over Dulnor's. As you approach, you don't quite get to the checkpoint before the Arachneers crumble directly into dust on the ground. And you hear a voice call out from the checkpoint. Oi! You passing through? Now John Mass says, yeah, I have an arrangement. And he hops down and makes his way forward. Yeah, but you are in the cold in a cave, but once again, back on the surface. Countess is going to approach you. God damn it. No. I'm sorry, this music is like having a rough go of it, huh? The Countess is going to approach you. She's going to say, I, once again, would like to express my gratitude towards you. It isn't easy to do what you've done. And you didn't sign up to do it. But you performed admirably, and you saw us through the most dangerous section of, well, my life to date. Is there anything I can do to pay you back?
Well, I mean, honestly, that's what we were here to do.
Well, you were here to escort a caravan, not deal with a golden mask assassin sent off after some foolish and undercover countess.
You don't... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Turn.
Don't suppose you have any means of resurrection, do ya?
Not on me. Deviel sort of eyes your backpack. Says, that?
Aye, this is a dear friend.
I'm afraid to say too broken for my magic to work on.
Right. Do you know of any magic that would work?
Some of the most powerful healing magic, probably. I'm sure there's a priest or two in Salos that could look after it, though. And I'm going to put this gently, because I know as a friend of yours, not many of them would willingly interact with an undead creature like that.
Fine.
Not many, so some.
None that I know of.
So, could you figure that out and maybe let us know? And we'll just keep carrying them until if we find something, then we'll let you know.
Yes, I'll be in touch. Oh, though.
Hog and a steak.
And then she takes the ear off and hands it to you, Turn. I suppose I won't have any need of this anymore. If I find someone, we'll let you know. It's sort of hustles over and starts unloading stuff outside of the wagon. Countess sort of sheepishly turns back and says, I do apologize for Deviel. She's very traditional.
What tradition?
I'm gonna divvy up the
Seleucian.
gold Sorry.
How much is that to everybody?
Assuming Tether's not taking part, 31 each.
Cool.
So also for Septon.
In the just so you guys know, in the gold fields, you can type in plus 31 and it'll add it into your existing amount.
What?
You don't even have to do math anymore.
This
I mean, I
feels
could
too
do this-
powerful to me.
Do the
Oh,
same
the
thing
It's
in
gonna
D&D
wither
Beyond,
away.
but
It's
Only
nothing.
the tip of the iceberg.
No, also this RP of Untethered not being good with cold is very accurate because the window in my room is not secured properly, and my room's the only one without a radiator. So I'm using my dirty laundry to seal my window. It's really cold. in here.
I'm in a similar boat. My heat doesn't work, so I'm just real. Oof,
Oh my gosh, how
things
are
are
you
going great.
Winfield
alive?
knows.
I slept in that room last weekend. It was it was really cool.
All right, so Agile Mask returns to the group, and he says, all right, good news and bad news. We are 30 minutes away from your destination, Drunel. That's the good news. Bad news is it's still not daytime, and I don't know if you know anything about South Nildor, but it's not exactly the safest place to be at night these days. So we have some options. We can camp out here, probably pretty unsafe. We could go right now as quickly as we can. Sorry, this music doesn't fit at fucking all. We can go now as quickly as we can, try to get you to Drunel right away. It'll be a little out of our way, but I mean, I feel like I can be confident in saying we're willing to take that extra 30 minutes out of our way for what you guys have done for the caravan. Or if anybody else has any ideas.
Here's what we should do.
Oh,
Fight our way through a whole bunch of vampires.
maybe
End
not.
the Civil War. Save a miserable lot some years in the future a terrible ordeal.
What are you talking about?
Maybe there'll be one named Karasu, and maybe we prevent him from dying.
It's a spoiler. That hasn't come out yet.
Alright. My bad. I mean... Oh well.
So, no. Downvote
Yeah,
that.
I don't know what you're talking about, Taryn. You should get some sleep, probably.
I think booking it is the best option.
All right.
I agree.
We'll get you as close to Drunel as we can. Fortunately, the way things are, you guys each... I have 5 tickets, and he takes out a little envelope and he hands it to Una. I have 5 tickets. They're going to get you on the boat going to the Chimene Archives. They're also going to get you into Drunel. They're not going to let us in. Things are pretty tight. It's one of the last non-vampirically controlled settlements in this part of the world. Some militant religious group is running it right now. I've heard they're not the nicest, but if you've got the documentation, they should let you in. Unless you're acting incredibly suspicious. We'll get
Do
you
you have documentation?
those tickets. That's all you need.
Huh.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. They might stop and question you. I don't know. I've never interacted with these people before in my life, but those tickets will get you on the ship. You have 5 of them. Once you're on the ship, smooth sailing until you get to the Chimene Archives, hopefully. I hear that there's a vampire pirate fleet, but I don't really know much about them either.
Love that.
Don't worry. We'll probably run
If
into
any-
everything.
Yeah.
Given your luck, you probably will.
If anybody has the spell enlarge or reduce, I've heard that really helps.
I don't have that spell.
Darn it.
Me neither. But guys, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm feeling a lot warmer now, but I'm getting really sleepy.
Tether, you need to put a blanket on right now because you're going to die of hypothermia. and we don't. If you die on my watch, that's not going to look good for me.
I'm too big for watch.
Somebody cuddle up with Tether for me, if you don't mind, just to make sure that she doesn't die.
Tether, I have a spare set of traveler's clothes.
Put those on her.
You're putting them on.
Tether's bundled up like the Christmas Story kid.
I'm gonna give Tether my mittens.
That was Una's garb too. She's super bundled up because it's what her mom packed her.
Yep.
And I've got some spare candles to keep you warm.
No!
Where are you putting those?
Going out with a bang. Campaign ends, episode 39, because Turin lit some dynamite in a cave.
Full on Wile E. Coyote move.
Oh my
GG. Campaign 3 starting next week. I guess technically
Technically,
4.
isn't this... Yeah.
I don't really count Salabulars. That wasn't real.
Oh, I was thinking of the caster.
That was nothing. That was
That
never
one extra
anything.
doesn't count.
That was never anything. We played like 3 sessions of it and it was bad.
My character had a lot of development.
I liked Lux.
I really want to play a character that just dies from the first attack on him. Again. Because that character got Ray of Death right off the gate.
He got beholdered to death the first attack of the camp. Oh. Anyway.
Let's run.
So the horses are switched out for the Arachniers, and you make your way. You are pretty tired, if I recall. You do have a level of exhaustion.
About that.
My investigation should have been disadvantage.
Oh. Then it's not
So
skin.
Then it's not
Oh.
skin.
Yeah, if
Same
you,
with my log.
Oh.
if you make sure you have exhaustion on your character,
I do.
it should do automatically, I believe.
Well, it didn't.
I see something. Oh, no, because the auto roll isn't turned on, so that's why. Okay, never mind. Do everything yourself.
You're also coming up towards morning pretty soon, so that will be a day without sleep, which would be another.
We're already morning.
It's true. But one way or the other, the horses make their way out as they've been attached to the caravan. And as you make your way down through the cave, the snow gets deeper, and it gets colder and colder. But about 5-ish minutes after leaving the checkpoint, you make yourself out into the open air once more. The night is clear of clouds, but there are no astral bodies in sight. Those of you who can see in the dark, so everybody but Una, you can see just a completely dark void staring down at you. It's not anything to be alarmed about. You've seen it many times before. That's just what happens. It is the 38th now of Sithmar. You've only got 2 days left in the year, so it's about the darkest the sky ever gets. There's no clouds. It's very cold, but fresh snowfall all around you, but no sign of a storm anytime recently, or anytime incoming. In the 30 minutes, the going is smooth. The ground might be covered with fresh snow, but the terrain is flat and easy to traverse. It's literally and figuratively a breath of fresh air from the roads that you've been traveling down below. And you can see everybody who's still awake. Desi at this point has probably nodded off a little bit. As well as Ren has been asleep the whole time. Iron Guard. Everyone seems in lighter spirits, having been out. I mean, there's still an air of caution. This is vampire territory, but, what's a vampire in comparison to what you've been through? About 10 minutes in the trip, you will see a strange light in the sky, though, in the direction that you're headed. At first, you're like, oh, it's probably a star, but then you remember, wait, that's not anything. But as you approach further and get closer and closer, the light will begin to take shape. And eventually, you can recognize it as a giant flaming symbol in the sky. Symbol is a giant draconic silhouette, recognizably the symbol of Bahamut. The closer you get, the more details you can make out about the flame as well as what's below it, because you can see there's a settlement large wooden walls, and outside of those walls, rows and rows of spikes and spines have been set up over more or less a battlefield in front of this city. Beyond the city, you can see the rocky south coast of Renarcia. The water all on the sides is iced over, frigid. Some of it is broken through a little bit, and the reflection of the flaming symbol suspended over this city is reflecting off of it. But you can see beyond the settlement that there are 3 large galleons in the water behind it. You see figures holding torches pacing back and forth on top of the walls. You're probably too far out in the darkness that you're in for you to be seen. You drive up to the edge of the spikes across this, like, probably half a mile long battlefield leading up to this city, and the caravan comes to a stop. And Mask says, all right, this is as far as we go. Are you going to be all right from here?
We've managed so far.
All right, well, I don't know if you have any way of getting into contact with anyone from Hagen, but I'd recommend it.
Don't we have the earpieces?
You have both of them, yeah?
So
We have a sending stone.
Oh, yeah.
we just
Who's that for?
Probably Elitha.
Might be
So, yeah.
might be a good idea to get in contact with her just in case.
Tell her now?
I mean, theoretically, you're getting on that ship today. Let her know that you're on your way. You made it out of the Underdark. I know if you were my wards, I guess, I'd want to hear from you. I don't know.
Cool.
Tether, you had a question? Okay. I can't really hear what she's saying with all the clothes on her face.
alright. I'll translate. I put my ear
Uh-huh.
up to the clothing.
I want to speak to Elitha.
She says she really wants some ice cream.
Well, I mean, there's snow literally everywhere, so.
Just eat the snow. I try to open up some collar layers and shovel some snow in.
Just speak to Elitha.
I know it's delicious.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it's your prerogative. Do what you want. But good job, you know. If I guess I'm supposed to grade you, I'm gonna go ahead and say full marks, you know. You made it through. You did more than you
Luna
were
cries.
asked for. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Very
Oh.
happy.
It almost makes all the death worth it.
No, here's the thing, is it doesn't. And I feel like that was a pretty dumb idea. Sending you
He
guys
said-
to do that.
I said almost.
Yeah. But, yeah, no. I'll talk to Brahm when I finish this. And glances back at the caravan. But I mean, full marks, I guess. And that's your tactics for the term, so good job. I guess.
That's the highest grade Septon intern have ever received.
You guys got full marks on the practical,
Oh, yeah.
fighting memories. But good job, I guess. I'm sure some
Thank
of these
you.
folks want to say their goodbyes, but see you back at school. Windrunner's gonna sort of sidle around and give Una a big lick on the face.
Yeah.
And then
Big hug.
he's gonna go, like, snip at some snow and, like, jump around it in a little bit. Desi's bleary eye gonna come out and give Septon a big hug. Say, see you later, blue guy. He's like, yeah, and rustle her hair. And then go over to Tether and say, bye, Tether. It was really nice to meet you. Thanks for gathering herbs with me all the couple times?
We'll see each other again, or not, but it's been fun.
Okay. And then she gives you a big ol' hug. Silith is gonna put his hand on Septon's shoulder and say, "You're not a great cook, but you've got some promise. So here you go." He's gonna hand him a pouch. Thanks. Put it away and give him a good handshake. Red Iron Guard is out cold, but Sunhammer is gonna stand at attention as the Countess comes out and says, "I said it once, I'll say it again. I owe you my life and my house, my bloodline owes you a debt. I don't know how that debt will be paid, but it will be paid. I appreciate everything you've done and everything you will surely continue to do. If you are the heroes of tomorrow, as Zymor says, then I believe we have a good tomorrow in our hands."
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hope to see you again sometime. She smiles warmly before getting back into the caravan. Deviel sort of gives not a glare, but like a begrudging sort of nod towards you. Zilkus like cheerfully smiles and Tyr doesn't really say anything, but gets back in. And Mask calls out and says, "Good luck!
You as well.
Hopefully nothing worse happens before the next time we see each other."
Heather opens her book and leafs through it for a while. They're probably like almost out of earshot. Knock on wood!
You see his hand stick up as the caravan files away. And once again, the five of you are left alone. Standing at the edge of a large spike field leading to a tiny town. What do you want to do?
The ship is in the town.
Yeah, so you're able to get onto the ship via the town.
All right.
The sky is beginning to brighten a little bit. You can tell that sunrise isn't too far off, but it is still nighttime.
Let's head
To
toward
initiate a
town.
group hug.
Oh, okay.
Septim goes, "Yeah, no, I'm in. Thank God we're on the surface again. Ugh, that's terrible."
Can we roll around a little bit?
In the snow?
We can move the snow aside.
I feel like that's a bad idea, Tether.
Yes, I think we should get to the town as quickly as possible, though. I will accept the group hug. Also,
Who's getting in here?
Oh, I feel like I would have been forced in, so I'm in there.
Tether initiated it by like
Yeah.
Una starts walking and Tether's just like
Yeah.
I'll hug.
The smell of rotting flesh from your back.
It's cold. It's frozen.
This corpse has been dead for months.
Oh yeah.
I love that like sickly sweet scent, don't you guys?
Hmm.
Should we give Johnson a burial before heading to the town?
Not quite yet. Actually, I have a better idea. I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy. Try to cover the scent as best as possible.
Okay, yes, because I was going to say that we may have problems at the gate carrying a dead body through.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Well, it's
These
not
guys
like we're
are
doing
religious
necromancy or
guys, right?
anything. It's just like we lost a friend and we're trying to...
Yeah, but it's an undead corpse turn.
All corpses are undead.
No, all corpses are dead. This one was undead, and now it's dead again.
It sounds the same to me. How are they going to know that it was dead and undead?
I don't know. The guy said they were religious, so I don't know.
Well, we're just...
We need to keep the body because once we find the way to bring him back again.
Exactly. We're going to need the body for that.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know. I mean, I think it's he's already died twice. I feel like most people can't say that.
Third time's a charm, and we haven't
I
gotten
can.
that there yet. So
We're walking. We're walking, right?
You haven't started yet.
Let's start walking, guys.
All right.
We can chat. We can chat and walk, right? We can walk
Yeah,
and
no,
talk.
I mean, I'm cool with that. If you want to hold on to him, we can do that.
I'd like to hold on to him for now.
All right.
It doesn't hurt to ask, I suppose. But our priority should be getting to the archives.
Yeah, no, you're right.
As we walk, Shandi is doing like the parent at the airport thing and making sure everybody has their ticket.
Passing out the tickets.
Well, no, I have the
Who has
tickets.
the tickets?
Never mind.
I have the tickets. No, I'm not letting these go until we're there. No.
Heather keeps taking off the shoes she was given so she can feel the earth under her feet, and then having to put them back on.
Because it's so cold. Yeah, I mean, you make your way across. You can see that there are makeshift graves dotting the landscape here. There are mounds of earth with sticks stuck in them, names roughly carved in those.
Love that.
The stakes, the wooden spikes and barricades are broken, scratched. Some of them are blood-stained. This is not a safe or friendly area you've stumbled into. And you'd wager that probably not more than a few hours ago there was a desperate fight for survival taking place in these fields. But no such fight happening currently. As you make your way towards the walls, you can see that they were all built fairly... They're not well built, these walls. There's gaps in them that have been barely filled in. There are several different wood has been used for it. And you can see, now that you're very close, the burning sigil in the sky isn't magic. There's a wooden frame and structure over the wall that has been built to look like this symbol of Bahamut that's burning down. You can see every now and again a small fire starts on top of the wooden wall, which is quickly put out by one of the scale mail-clad individuals on the walls. All of them have spears on their back, and they all look pretty worse for wear. Though, as you approach the gate, there is one standing on the wall above it. There are 3 on the ground, 1 on the wall above it, and they're the ones who call out first. It's a woman, human or half-elf, hard to tell from this distance. She has a big hood up. She says, "Halt! Don't take a step further, or we will attack."
Yeah, I'll stop.
Yeah, we stopped.
What business have you in Drunel?
Taking the ferry to the archives.
Do you have a ticket?
Yes.
Proof that you're meant to be on this ship?
Yes.
Alright, my men are gonna approach you. If you display any signs of violence or undead tendencies, you will be killed on the spot. Is that clear?
Undead tendencies.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Restal.
Good. She whistles, and the 3 rather burly men, 2 half-orcs and a human, pull their spears out and start walking over to you. One of the half-orcs, he's got one of his tusks is snapped off, and you can see like a deep scar along his lip. Walks up in the lead and says, "Right, who's got the tickets then?" He reaches forward, but as he does so, the other 2 level their spears directly at you and snatches them up, opens the pouch.
In Turn's head, I'm gonna say, you'd better have an idea. No, sorry. Yeah, Turn. You'd better have an idea for that bag.
Can I respond?
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. I'll spend a whisper.
What bag?
Turn, please.
Heather's
What
just gonna
what
keep
is your
talking to
idea?
them.
What is your idea? No, turn. Tether, please shush.
No, not to you
Tether's
guys.
talking
She's
to
going to be
the men, yeah.
to them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, please
Hi, my name is
shush.
Heather. What's your names?
Tether, please stop. Turn, what are you gonna say if they question the bag?
Just tell them the truth. That we lost a friend in the caves.
Okay, they'll probably
Nothing
be able.
sinister about that.
But he was undead when he was killed.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
No, we.
All right, these are good. Hands them back to you. Reach out your hands. And he reaches behind his back and pulls out a flask. Pops it open. Goes over to Shandi, pours it on your hand. Water drips off. All right, you're good. Goes to Una. Goes to Tether. Septon. And he comes up to you. Have you been re-upping your thaumaturgy for the smell?
I guess so.
All right. What's the components for that?
The components for thaumaturgy is... It's verbal only.
Oh, right. And what's the duration?
1 minute.
Okay. I'd say you've probably been able to. So he just pours the water on your hand. All right, not undead.
Cold.
I don't know why when he said stick out your hand, I thought he was gonna like stamp us like we're.
Here's your all-day pass.
Yeah.
Welcome to Six Flags. Right then. He just sort of looks at all of you. You've got no affiliation with either side of this vampire conflict, do you?
Nope.
Yeah.
We're from Zymor.
That's a ways off. I suppose some folks like a big library, regardless of the suffering others are going through. Alright. He turns around and says, "They're all good! Follow." He walks his way over to the gate. The woman on top says, "Open her up!" And you see the gate just open a crack, barely enough for you all, for even the smallest of you, Una, like you're gonna have to sideways to get through it. Specifically, Wizardtorium won't play on my thing, and I don't really understand why.
Well, I hear it. It's just the beginning of it's super quiet.
No, like it just stays at 0 on Streambots 1 for some reason.
Weird.
Oh well. Cool. Yeah, it barely opens up, and you can make your way through. Though it's going to be a tight squeeze for a few of you, including Turn with a corpse on your back.
I can take the stuff off, slide under, pull it under.
Yeah. What you see before you is a tiny fishing hamlet that is crowded with probably more people than were present at the Snow's Harbinger Festival in Kelshar. There are families just everywhere. There's people, refugees of all kinds. There are these makeshift shelters that have been set up made of just incredibly poor craftsmanship. They're bunk beds more than anything that have been set up all over. There's people in the same scale mail with this symbol of a spear going into a circle emblazoned on it around, sort of roughly shoving people to and from, delivering little tiny scraps of rations and whatnot. You're hit with a wall of humanity as you walk in here, as there's just was probably once a tiny fishing hamlet and is now filled with enough people to fill a large Zymorian city. There are 3 ships anchored in the bay at the moment, and it looks like there are rowboats taking people to and from. There's no real dock system. There's like a little bit of plank going out into the ice that probably was used to fish from, and more small fishing boats too, but that functionality has long since ceased, and there's rowboats coming to and from. But as soon as you make your way through the door, you're almost immediately, like, you have to practically hold on to each other in order to keep in close contact. There are just people everywhere at all times.
Do we know what
Jostling
time
to and from.
the ferry leaves?
There's 3 ships. Your tickets just give you passage on the ship. There's no time specified. Though at this point, the sun is rising. And you're all going to take your second level of exhaustion from a day of no sleep. But the sun is coming up. You can the sky is lightening and turning just an icy blue. The 38th of Ilthar dawns.
Well, I suppose we should make our way to the boats, unless anyone has business in town. The sooner we're aboard, the sooner we can rest.
Might be easier if I go find the cart. Perhaps something to lug this around a little easier.
We could put the bag in the bag of holding.
Oh.
Oh.
Is there room in that bag of holding for?
Oh yeah. I say with 50-50 confidence.
And as you say that, you're jostled by a group of people sort of thronging in from the left. What's your passive
Hey,
perception?
I'm walking
Like
here.
23.
Yeah, you see there's a child in the midst of this group whose hand just reaches right for your coin purse.
Oh, I elbow
Hey!
drop that kid. Ha!
To Una. It's a kid, probably a small, like, human kid, probably like 12. He's just mud all over his face, scraggly, uncut hair. It's like, I didn't, He starts like grabbing your arm and trying to pull his arm out, but you're stronger than him easily.
I'm gonna cast Goodberry and give him a berry.
I'm gonna load my crossbow.
Do you actually?
Oh my gosh!
Do you actually?
What's it gonna be, kid? The berry or the bolt? No, I don't have a crossbow.
Oh, okay. Let go of me! I didn't take anything!
I'm gonna. You almost did. I'll let go and toss him a gold.
Thanks. You guys look new.
Thanks.
You want the berry?
What is it?
It's a yummy berry. I made it myself.
Yeah.
Poison.
Take food from a stranger. No, it's fine, but like.
Take what you can get around here.
Okay.
We'll learn that soon enough. And he pockets the coin, doesn't take the berry, and leaves.
Love these vibes.
Alright, let's slam this meat sack into that bag of holding.
Okay.
I'm upset with you.
Shoot, dunk.
I mean, yeah, crunch it a little bit to get it in the top, but he's already pretty... It's pretty mushy at this point already.
Add Bago Johnson to my...
I'm sure Balthasar will appreciate that.
Here, wait, I think I can just add it from my sheet to yours. Let me see.
Oh.
Johnson's
Can you?
body.
Whoa, nice.
Yes. If we had another module, I could, like, send it to you or anybody, but we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Well, to the boats then. Before we're robbed.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh yeah, I mean, you start to make your way over towards the boats, but it's rough going. There's just throngs and throngs of people. You lose sight of each other and have to push through the crowd a little bit. You're surrounded on all sides constantly by people. Especially as a lot of them are now waking up as the day comes to. You hear livestock, cows mooing, chickens cackling. What do they do? Yeah,
Clucking.
they cackle now. Chickens in Assyria, they cackle. They're actually very evil. Chickens.
They
are,
cackle at dawn.
Yeah. There's people yelling to each other. Fights are breaking out all over the place. The Vanguard of Light, the people in charge, have their spears out and are just like sort of pushing people back down in place. Like, keep it orderly. We're all trying to get by here. Yeah, but you make your way over to the place, and you Una get there first. You make your way to the dock, and you can see that there is a rowboat coming back now. Wizened old man, a little put upon, a little bit tired. He's a gnome, got very just sort of like scraggly, shaggy white hair on his sun-weathered face. It's like, you have a ticket to one of the ships?
Yeah, this for these guys.
How many tickets?
5.
And how many are you? Looks past.
5.
All right. Are there? Cool. Grabs the tickets. Very well, I suppose. Hop on in. I can take 3 at a time.
Do you want a berry?
I'm all right, thank you. You're a strange one.
Thanks.
See a lot of folk come through here these days, but you're odder than most. Well, there's 3 of you. Hop in, we'll get you out there. Center ship.
I can stay
Captain
on shore for a while.
Killian's. It's an odd sort.
I'll stay behind, and then Turn can go. Just because we're already connected telepathically. Or I guess Subject and I are too. Oh no.
I'm
we're not.
hearing a lot
Yeah, we are,
of
yeah, we are.
voices
A lot
in
of
my
voices,
head.
Michael. that's the chatter of the town of Drenell.
Yeah.
So
We can go on the first one.
who's getting on the first one?
Except in Shandi turn.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
Auntie's excited about the boat. He's hoping they have merch like the whale wagon did.
You get on the boat and he begins to row you across very slowly. So, what brings you strapping young lads down here?
School?
School? I'd think a vampire war would overwrite schooling.
You would think that, but
We're not like other schools.
What kind of school do you go to?
Most dangerous kind.
I don't know. The School of Hard Knocks?
It has been called that, aye.
Well, I thought that was just an expression.
No, it's actually a real place.
I can't tell if you're pulling my leg, young man.
No, it's the School of Hard Knocks, also known as the School of All Your Friends Will Die. Also known as the School of Let's for Fun Go through the Underdark and march into vampire territory.
Riverdale High.
Aye, that's the one.
That doesn't sound like you like it very much.
Let's just say it's not really turned out how I thought it would be.
Well, I mean, I can't say I ever went to school, but if all my friends died in school, then I wouldn't like it very much either, I don't think.
But the meal plan is to die for.
Literally, from what you
Mhm.
said.
Except for that one period where we just ate giant eel for like a month straight.
We don't have a whole lot of eel down on the coast here, so I'm afraid I can't offer you any of that, but...
You really are a master of segues, aren't you?
You learn a lot when all you do is ferry people back and forth to ships. I mean, I used to just live here, but, you know, this pays well. Vanguard pays good to take you to people, to have you take people to and from. So, you know, you learn how to talk to people.
Do you have a spare paddle? Would you need help rowing?
Oh, I've got the 2, but if you're offering, I wouldn't mind a bit of a break. It's been a couple hours.
Oh, sure.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
I'll try my best. I'm a little tired, but sure, roll for a little bit.
Make an athletics check.
Sure.
Instead of rowing, Turn jumps out and does his kickies that he was practicing last time.
Those cookies.
Oh, I crit fail.
no.
I crit fail.
You
Yeah.
crit fail?
I rolled a 1. Yeah.
All right, so you go to pull him, but these are gnome-sized things. So you go way too hard, way too quick, and you slam them into the side of the ship, and you hear a. The man goes, wait, stop!
All right, I
Nobody
stop.
move! And he starts to creep over. He's like, we have a hole. All right, we have a bit of a hole in the ship. No, don't panic. There's a spare plank under you. And he points to you, Sean D.
Get the plank out.
Carefully, without moving too much. And you all start to feel your feet starting to get a little bit wet.
I'm pretty sure Septon has mending.
Yeah, Septon's gonna go touch the thing and it's gonna heal itself. He's gonna go, whew. I think I'll row.
Are you sure? I think I got a pretty good handle on this.
I've got it, young man. I appreciate the effort, but I think I'll take it from here.
All right, I'm gonna go sit in silence for the rest of the journey.
He's not about to talk to you for the rest of the time either, to be honest. So, but yeah, you make it up to the middle ship. It's a sizable ship. It would fare well in open waters, and you know the granite. Well, Sean D would know that the Granite Sea is a sea surrounded on two sides by giant bridges that lead all the way down to Salos. Technically, in the center of each bridge, there is a way to sail out of the Granite Sea into the ocean, but it is often considered like an enclosed sea. But this ship looks like it could probably, sail all the way around into the uncharted waters around Renarsia if it wanted to. Get up to the side of it, and get to just a rope ladder leading up to the top. It says, "All right, well, this is it. You'll give your tickets to the captain when you get on board. I don't know when they're setting sail, but you're good. I have to go get your friends."
Thank you very much. Apologies for the slight mishap.
It's all right. Thank you, young man, for fixing it. The Septon goes, "Yeah, okay." And he starts climbing out first.
I'll follow behind him.
The two of you start making your way up, but the man grabs your arm. I might be overstepping my bounds here. I am just a fisherman, but seems like you're being forced to do these things you don't want to do.
Look, I'm sorry about your boat. I could give you some money for the
It's
repairs.
not about the boat. You got sadness in your eyes, young man.
Aye, that's what everyone keeps telling me.
Well, if you want a way out, I could get you one.
What do you mean?
Well, go back and get your other friends, or classmates, or whatever they are, but if you don't want to go to this place, I could take you back to shore. Without them knowing.
What? I appreciate the kind offer for a stranger, but
Listen, in my youth, I was a pretty nasty baron living around these parts. Kept
Were you
us
a
all like
tiefling too?
slaves.
Oh.
No. And yeah, I know somebody who's in chains when I see him. And promised myself if I ever saw someone in my situation or anything similar, I'd try to help him out.
you don't understand me, old man. Nobody does. Well, I appreciate the offer, but I'm not about to disappear without saying goodbye.
All right. Well then, this is your stop.
Mm. Well,
You can go. The ladder's there. I mean,
sure. Smell you later.
all hope not. Any
Guess I
cool.
keep going.
He rows his way back. Una and Tether, you sit there at the dock, and there's a lot of people sort of jostling in behind
Well,
you.
we're going. I'll do the sending to Elitha.
Cool. You pull out the sending stone, and what are you gonna say?
Elitha, it's Una. Out of the Underdark.
And Tether, it's me, Tether.
About to board the boat. We are safe.
It's cold.
Tether says hi. Supposed to say anything else?
Really bad trip.
Trip was a learning experience. And send.
Almost immediately you get back a response. Thank the gods. Been trying you for days. Talk soon. Yeah, I mean, it was in your bag of holding the whole time.
True. Went right to voicemail.
Pretty much.
Awkward. The voicemail box is full. Goodbye.
It's just Balthazar answering every day.
Hello.
Darling.
I'm not that strange, am I?
What?
Not that strange, am I?
We've been over this, sort of. You stand out. Strange is just a word people use when they don't know how to describe something.
Yeah, but this
It's
could
not
be
really-
like a hat, right?
It could. A very realistic hat. Echo, stop!
Okay.
That was terrifying.
Yeah.
And plenty of people are green, right?
Oh yeah. Lots of people are green.
Dabba dee dabba die.
So he's the strange one for thinking him strange.
Well, no. If he's not used to, I mean, it's strange that he said that out loud. It's a little rude to say
Rude,
something like
yeah,
that out
okay.
loud. But if he's around this place all the time, seems like people just say what they want. It's not a bad thing, Tether.
Sure.
Do you
Do
not
you
like?
want a berry?
I'll take a berry. I'm starving. I'm so tired. Awesome. Thank you. What really matters, do you like it? Do you like your mushroom? It's okay if you haven't considered it before.
Can we only send one message at a time to Elitha, or can I send one?
Once a day.
I think it's just once, yeah. You okay?
Yeah. Are you okay?
I mean, as fine as I usually am.
And
You
you're
just seem a
and
bit...
you're hella fine.
Thank you. No, but I just asked you a question and you kind of diverted. If it's an uncomfortable question, I can stop asking about it. That's fine.
Brambles are uncomfortable.
Okay.
Sleeping on your butt is uncomfortable. Can Can you handle can you just keep talking on the boat so he doesn't really talk to me?
I didn't really want to talk to him.
Oh, can we both just be quiet?
Let's just do that.
Okay.
At this point, the boat is making its way back. It docks up and he says, "All right, two of you, come on in." And then a third person. Yeah, just a sort of it's a cloaked figure.
Yeah, I love that.
Big winter cloak, but you can see like a robe with a hood is on under it. It's a pretty fine robe. You can see a slender nose peeking out from it, but not much else beyond that.
I'll put a whispers up for you as well, Tether, so you can talk in my head now. Actually, I'll use the one, because I forgot Turn actually has my ear now.
Come on, Tether. Friends answer questions. What is your answer? Come on.
So Tether, you can talk in my head now.
Oh.
You can
cool.
consciously make the decision to send it to me.
Okay, who do you
We've
think
been
this
working
person
on
is?
this.
The person sort of brushes past.
Oh, the
you and
person!
sits
I thought
down.
you were gonna do an impression. I don't. Sorry, I don't know where my brain went there. I have no idea.
Well,
The
I
cloak.
think her name's I think it's a
I don't
she,
think we
and I
can really
think her
assume
name
they're okay.
is Carmen, and they are on a quest to find the perfect dance at the library.
Okay.
What about you?
Oh, I don't really have any opinions or thoughts. And I don't want to stare.
What's your deal?
What? A female voice sort of speaks out from the cloak. What?
Do you dance?
No.
In the person's in the figure's head, I'm just gonna say, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm also sorry
she sort
for
of,
that.
jumps and the hood folds back. A
Oh,
little
I
bit.
am so
It's like-
doubly sorry.
It's an elven woman, dark, sort of chestnutty hair. She has a pretty gnarly scar from like the tip of her hairline down to her cheek, and glasses that seem to have been broken along that line and hastily fixed. I'd prefer if you wouldn't do that.
I'm so sorry. Some people find it not calming, but a bit more.
I like it. It makes me feel like I'll never be alone.
I'm so
I
sorry.
very much prefer if my mind remained a place for me. Thank you.
That's fair. That's fair.
She sort of sits and turns a
I
little
can't.
bit, looking
I can't
outwards.
read your thoughts if that's okay. If that
Good
makes you
to-
feel any better.
Good to know. I don't know how to answer your question. Going
Dancing.
to the archives. You see as she's doing this throughout this whole encounter, she's picked up like the satchel that she had. It went from like hanging at her side, and now she has it like clutched in her arms. She's holding it very protectively. Just turns out to look at the waves, and the boatman's like, "Oh, it's onward already. This will be a fun one." And starts paddling out a little bit. And conspicuously doesn't ask you any questions, nor does the woman say anything unless prompted for the rest of the trip. You muted.
Should I ask her name?
I can hear you.
No.
Unless you're
Oh,
This is in the head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
it was in the head. No. This is just the universal sign now for Una's
Love that.
telepathy.
Yeah.
No, it's they seem to not want to talk at all.
Okay, I'll just show them that we're friendly, and then Tether's just gonna very smile wide and stare at her and wave.
can I help you?
I wanted to put you at ease.
Okay. Are you going to the archives?
Yeah.
Great.
So we'll hang out longer.
Sorry, I don't want to come across as rude, but I don't know you, and you don't know me, so I don't think we should hang out.
That's right. My name's Tether. What's your name?
My name is Adelfair.
Adelfair. This is my friend Una.
Pleasure. You often this talkative, Tether?
Am I?
How I would. Oh,
Yes.
I thought you were asking
I mean-
me.
Okay, then yeah.
Adelfair, does that sound familiar?
History check.
Where is it? Hold on. Too many windows. 10.
10. For anyone else, there's something about the name. You can't picture it, but there's something. You know, it's fairly archaic, even as an elven name. It's not really a common name.
Do you want a
And
berry?
There's something, but you don't know quite what. No.
Tether eats one. They're not poisonous. I think a lot of people think they're poisonous.
I wasn't worried about poison. I just don't want to eat a berry from someone I just met. If that's all right.
No, that's fine.
I didn't expect to be talking on this boat ride, so I'm a little thrown off.
I wouldn't throw you off.
Yeah, I didn't think you would.
But you said in Una's head, didn't you say I'd throw her off?
It's a phrase. It's a phrase.
Oh.
Yep.
Opens book. Throw off.
Yeah,
Okay.
like figuratively thrown off.
How much farther? Oh, we're not even halfway there.
Oh boy.
Great. Great. Good. Well.
Mm. Are you looking to learn something?
Sure.
I'm not. I don't really like libraries.
Then why are you going to this one?
I was told to go.
It's a school trip.
To the Gaiman Archives?
Yeah.
All
Is
right.
that not normal?
I mean, I don't know, you look a little young for mage college. And I feel like most primary schooling doesn't send its students to.
We're in an advanced program, you could say.
Huh. It's been a number of years since I was involved in curriculum, so I'm sure I just have never heard of it. But what's it called?
You went to school?
Yes, yeah, I did.
It's a new experience for me. Did you play blast ball?
I am not an athlete. It's not really what I do.
Me neither. I opens book. I ate shit, but it was fun.
That's some language. I am a scholar. I studied the history of magic in Carleone.
Oh wow.
It was a number of years ago now. That's my field. So
That's cool. We're in Zynor.
never been.
It's nice.
Sure, I'm good.
How's Perleone?
Carleone. I only went to school there. I was there for 8 years, and I haven't been back.
Oh, do you wander around a lot?
No, I pretty much just stay at my lyceum.
Lyceum? What'd you say?
Oh yeah, lyceum. It's like it's a research hall. They tend to be elven lyceums.
Okay.
What's a lyceum?
It's just where I work in the north of Nildor.
Una has a job, right?
Yeah.
She works in a shop.
Very interesting.
It's not.
Well, I'm just making a trip to the archives for some materials.
For work.
Yes, yes, definitely, yes, for work.
Where's your likeness in?
My what? My likeness?
Lycilium?
She
My
means
lyceum.
lyceum.
It's the I'm sorry, why do you care?
Because I'm talking to you?
Alright, sorry, it's been a rough journey.
Same.
Cautious. It's in the capital. Nildor.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Yep.
What's your favorite bug?
Ladybug?
I love ladybugs. They pee on me all the time.
We're here! Oh, thank all the worlds in the world. Oh my goodness. And she is immediately gonna start just climbing up. Nice to meet you.
Oh, Heather's gonna climb up next to her on, not using the ladder. My favorite animal is the butterfly. Because don't you wish have you ever thought, you're in, you're at the middle stage of your transformation, and you're still waiting to become, your real person?
I'm 700 years old. I haven't thought that in a number of years.
I'm 16.
Okay.
As they get
I used to be an
closer
elf.
to the deck, they just hear boys, boat, boys.
Well, we should cut back. Oh, why did it rewind the stream?
Well,
Oh, sorry. We should cut back to. Oh yeah.
As she leaves, can I quickly in her head be like, again, me, I'm so.
As she's
I know you asked me not to, but I just really want to apologize. She means no harm.
Just get a thumbs up.
Can't read your thoughts. I promise.
She doesn't look back. She just gives you a thumbs up and just keeps climbing, one-word responses to Tether.
Yeah, I'm in a cocoon, and maybe someday...
Okay, Tether, let's find the boys.
Oh, yeah.
Yoink.
The boys, when you got on top of the ship a number of minutes ago, you were filed into a holding area. Just basically, you got up onto the surface of the ship, and then you went immediately into what was probably once a cabin, but has been repurposed. There's 12 other people in there, all in various states of, not distress, but none of them look terribly happy to be where they are. Most of them look fairly scholarly, though there's a couple people who look like they're maybe not here to go to the archives, they're just here to get out of Nildor. You were there for just the entirety of the time. You're just sitting there as people wander around, but before too long you hear a familiar voice as the door opens and a beleaguered-looking hooded figure walks forward. She's adjusting her glasses as Tether is just talking her ear off.
Oh, and she's gonna put an armor on her shoulder. These are my other friends. Let me introduce you.
It's fine. You really don't have to.
Kern, Septon, and Sean D. This is my new friend. I know she remembers her name, but Michael doesn't.
Adelfair.
Adelfair.
With an F.
Adelfair.
Oh, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
The pleasure's all mine.
She's also going to the archives, so I figured we could all stick together.
We don't have to do that. We really don't. I appreciate the offer, Tether. I really do. But I've got some work to catch up on the trip, so you probably won't see very much of me.
Oh, we can do work together. I'm still learning how to read.
Heather,
Yeah,
I think they'd like to go on their own way without us.
that's understandable.
Aye. Have a nice day.
Thank you. I don't mean to come. Never mind.
Shh. Just go.
All right.
If you want to play Go Fish.
Good to know. She's gonna go as far away from you in the room as possible.
Making friends, Tether?
Yeah. It was weird. She's a very good listener.
How so?
Well, I talked and she listened.
It's hard to find people like that these days.
Yeah. Una, we're in here. Is
Una followed you in, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
What'd you talk about?
She works in a Latilian,
Lyceum.
in the capital of Nildor. She's from Perleone. No, she went to school in Perleone.
Mm-hmm.
And her favorite bug is a ladybug.
Oh. What's my favorite bug? Probably a grasshopper.
They're tasty.
Mm-hmm. I eat a lot of them.
Does anybody know the name of Adelfair? Does that sound familiar?
Shandi, turn.
Making sure once she's
Turn.
out of earshot, obviously.
You can all make history checks if you'd like, and I'm gonna make one for Septon.
Yes.
not.
Advantage. I'm not
Yes,
making one, right?
disadvantage. You can.
Sure, whatever. It'll be the last useful thing I ever do.
Your
This
life.
could be your.
Well,
You gotta say it. I can't see the roller.
Turn with the actual
Crit fail.
fuck.
You're pretty sure that's not a name, Turn.
I got an 11.
Septon didn't do great. Yeah, I mean, probably nothing. Shandi, it doesn't ring any real bells for you.
Okay.
Septon's like, yeah, I don't know. It's a name.
Ignore that roll.
I ignore all rolls.
Oh, interesting. Just so
I
you
don't-
guys know, you can, if you hold down Control and click, it'll auto disadvantage. If you hold down Alt and click, it'll auto advantage.
No.
Fun.
Or I just click disadvantage.
Or you can do that if you want to do 2 whole clicks, but I want to do 1 click.
Okay.
1 click, 1
It's
number.
technically 2 clicks because
Probably
you gotta
a-
click the key.
Nah, but I always have one hand on the keys, gamer mode. I want to crit fail as fast as possible. So,
As you're in this conversation, though, the door to the cabin boom, swings open, and standing there, immediately, sort of like leaning into the door, is a figure. He is dressed in ostentatious, brightly colored sailing gear. A big red coat, sort of like a vest with black and white stripes down it. He's got a blue sash at his side, boots that go up to his thighs with like golden buckles all down the side, and just a large black hat with a feather in it. He's leaning against the door. He's a water genasi. Blue skin. No, it's not him.
Okay.
Blue skin, rather slick looking fellow, but his blue hair is tied back under the hat a little bit, and he's sporting a pointed goatee, as well as a curled mustache, both blue, though a darker shade than his teal skin. And he's leaning up against the thing. Let me change it. The sweet music. Nah. We can get something better than this, right? Yeah, it's fine. goes, "Welcome aboard my ship. I
Thank you.
am Captain Killian, and you are my passengers for this journey. Now I will need to see tickets from each and every one of you, or else I'll have to boot you from the ship, obviously. I won't throw you out into the ocean. I'll make sure that you're taken safely back to from whence you came. But before we do that, I'd like to go over a few ground rules of my ship. Do not get in the way of my crew. If a crewmate tells you to do something, to move, you've got to do it. And as long as you let us do our job and stay in your quarters, then it'll be a smooth, easy sail. You are allowed up onto the top deck to see the sights as we go by if you should like, but just be aware that you don't get in the way of anyone. And if you have any questions about how the sailing life works, feel free to contact me. And he winks over at Adelfair, who just rolls her eyes and continues to fix her glasses. Any questions before we get started? Yes, the green one.
What's your favorite bug?
Favorite bug? Well, I don't see a whole lot of bugs, actually. I'd say a worm, best for fishing. Does that count? Good enough?
That's a bug, yeah.
All right, then a worm is my favorite bug. Any other questions? All right, we set sail in half an hour. I'll have my first mate come through and check your tickets. All right, if you have any more questions later, Captain Killian at your service. I can help you with whatever you need. And I mean, whatever you need.
So, question for the group here.
Yeah.
We're taking this ship to this library,
Correct.
and from there, how are we getting back home?
Didn't
I
Elfa give
think
us the
there's a-
teleportation thing?
Oh, if I can
Or there's the
teleport you back.
teleportation. Yeah. Elf is teleporting us back.
Oh, is she going to meet us there?
Yeah.
And what else is on this island besides the library? Or I'm assuming we're going to an island with a library on it. Is that
It's
what
a con-
this is?
Wait, oh.
Chimean Archives, yeah. It is a massive library in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah. I think it's like we're finishing the semester up there.
Mhm.
And I think, yeah.
Well,
Why?
this is not how I pictured it.
What did you think? What were you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking that I'm not going with you to the library.
Where are we going?
Tether, you're going to the library. I'm not.
What are you gonna do?
Una,
Okay.
could I have my things back from the bag of holding?
Including Johnson?
Well, only Johnson.
Got you. Okay. I'll hand... Maybe we should get to a cabin and hand off a body? Or get somewhere where no one can see us and hand off a body? If that's alright with you.
Is there room around here to step?
I'm
Yeah,
assuming
you can
we have
you can
rooms.
step by. The tickets have been collected, so you're...
Yeah. How do I send this to you?
Oh.
Figure it out. Figure it out later.
They'll figure out
Okay,
later.
okay.
Wait, I'm still
Um,
confused.
Yeah, me too, says Septon. Sort of.
I'm going back. I'm gonna see if I can do anything for Johnson. On my own.
I mean, we worked together to get him back the first time. I feel like that would work again, and we have plenty
Well,
of time.
We didn't really work together to get him back the first time. And, it's not fair of me to keep asking this of you. And it's a burden that you shouldn't have to worry about.
Well, why do you think it's your burden and yours alone?
Well, because it's the one I'm choosing to pick up and carry, and I can't seem to get past it, and some other personal reasons. But it seemed pretty clear to me that well, the rest of you are fine with burying him and letting him be, and I don't know if A can accept that yet, and so either until I can.
I don't think
until
any
I
of us
can-
are fine with.
Yeah, man, none of us are happy, but he's already died twice.
Oh yeah, we can bring it back again.
Well, that doesn't sound like what everyone's saying.
I literally just said I don't think any of us are fine with that.
If you give us some time, I don't know, maybe Elitha knows something?
Well, the truth is, it's well, it's a bit more than that as well. So, call it a fresh start in a new country. Here we are, perfect place for it. How often do
think
we
it's
travel
perfect.
outside of the country?
If you want to travel more, we can travel more.
I do want to travel more, but I don't want to put you in any more danger. Listen, I think it's important that I take care of this on my own, and when it is, I'm gonna tell Johnson to forget about Haagen-Dazs and the academy, because, I mean, look, nothing good came out of it for him, and nothing good came out of it for me.
Tedder's
you're-
gonna walk off.
So you're not coming back.
I don't know.
Septon's just gonna sort of hang his head a little bit and look off to the side. He starts to say something, but then holds himself back.
Look,
Turn-
the
Hold on.
Alright.
As someone who clearly enjoys their freedom, pretty much to a fault, what did you think was going to happen at Hagen?
Not this.
But you knew you would be pretty much in one spot for a while. So why did you...
Perhaps I wasn't as ready for that as I thought I was.
Okay.
It's been a pretty recurring theme in my life.
Shandi's gonna put his arm out and say, I understand, Turn. Everybody walks their own path. Hopefully ours cross again someday.
Actually, Shandi, I have a favor to ask.
Of course.
Back home, in boys' room, I left it behind. It's on my bed. You'll find the handle of an old ceremonial blade. It's the one I came to school with. I don't know if there's much to be done with it. I mean, you're always good at polishing your sword. You're up to the wee hours of every night doing so. I'd appreciate if you could clean up what's left of it as best you could. And, I want you to have it sent. Sent to a village. Once you do so. The name of the village, I will tell you as soon as I have my notes open. It's a village named Lun Ewinor.
Of course, I would be happy to do that for you.
Thank you. I would appreciate that. Yeah, so I know I've been thinking about this for a while, and I guess this is the conclusion I've come to.
Una, you should probably check on Tether.
No, I'm staying here for a second.
I mean, I don't mean now, but you're probably
Oh.
going to be the one who she's going to want to talk to the most.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not going to stop you, man, but can't say I'm thrilled. Sad to see you go.
Karen, I actually think you should talk to her.
Alright.
Do you wanna keep the ear? So you
No,
can-
I actually think you'll
I'm
have more use
fine
for
with
it
you
than
keeping it, so we can stay in. No,
it'll be better in your hands.
I'm not really okay.
In fact, there's a couple of things I'd like to leave with you. I take off the silver spectacles. I also pull a potion of greater healing out of my bag.
No,
And my beloved rain catcher.
no, hold on, no. She gladly takes the spectacles and pockets them, but you keep the healing potion for you.
Maybe Tether should take the ring catcher.
And the dynamite.
Think you should hold on to that. You're about to go into vampire country. You're going to need it.
All right. Well, I'd also offer you the green machine, but it's my last weapon I have left.
Yeah, please.
You got to keep yourself... Don't die, you know?
All right, fine.
I'll reach into my bag and pull out 2 more daggers for him.
Oh, thanks.
I
These are
don't need them.
Perfect for throwing. Put them in my belt.
Not that it's going to do you much good, but I hope you live, and Septon's going to give you inspiration.
Thank you, Septon.
Try to find some way to touch base with us every now and then.
Yeah, I wonder what the international mail is like. Perhaps I'll write a letter.
Okay.
Alright, let me go find Heather.
Tether, where'd you get off to?
I don't know. Probably just turn to.
Heather is on the edge of the boat.
Oh, I was thinking maybe
ready.
you just spider crawled halfway down the bow. No.
I now have a climb speed as well after hitting level 6.
Wait.
Wait, you did how?
Ranger, baby.
Ranger gets a. Oh,
After Tasha's, they do.
Got a
dang.
ranger is a playable
Oh,
class.
cool.
Yeah.
Alright, sorry. Procedure.
So, I mean,
OP.
you leave, and Tether probably didn't get too far away.
No.
Tether, I find you, and I walk up to you, and I say, "Do you have any trees?"
No.
Guess I'll go fish. And I turn and leave.
No.
I'm joking. Heather?
Is there nothing I can say? Is
No,
there
I-
anything I can do?
Made up my mind.
I just wanted you to know that even though you said nothing good came of coming to school, this has been the happiest times of my life.
I'm happy to hear that, Heather. I really am. And I am very glad I met you. And everybody, all of you. You're invaluable friends. And,
It's not the
It-
song.
this is not an easy decision.
I was gonna do like a whole thing, but she's gonna reach in her bag and pull out like the emerald earring she bought in the Underdark. She's like, I wanted to give you this to give you like an evergreen leaf in case, even if it's a very tough winter.
Heather, that's so thoughtful.
Put it in your branches of your horn.
Well, they told me
know-
not to give you the dynamite, but all I have left is this stupid rain catcher.
It's not stupid.
I never caught one drop of rain with it this whole time.
Well, turn, you never set it up.
I set it up on the first day.
Well, that was in the summer. It was dry season.
I know. Um,
Um, do you know roughly how long journeys of self-discovery take?
I'm not sure.
Could it be a week?
I think it's gonna be a bit longer than a week.
Okay, I'll take 3.
It's gonna be a bit longer than that, Heather.
Okay. Do you need money? You need money. You're gonna be going places. Do you
I
think
don't.
5,000's enough?
That's a lot of money, Heather, but I have enough. Don't worry. You'll
Okay,
need
I
that
can do
money as
10.
well.
No, wait.
What do you mean you can do 10,000? You have
I
10.
can do...
You
Yeah.
have 10,000 gold?
No, I have more than that. You need more?
Tether. No, in fact, I don't think I'll be needing much money. I'm going back to my old ways for a while and traveling light. And plus, it wouldn't feel right taking that.
Can I at least give you enough for like a week's worth of food?
How much do you think that would be?
I don't know. How much does a loaf of bread cost? Like
Copper.
50
too.
gold?
I'll take 1 gold from you and not a coin more. You already gave me these.
Okay. I'll give you 1 gold. 1 second, I'm doing a roll. What's my... I'm just looking at a modifier real quick.
Is this a Phoenix roll?
No.
How appropriate. Oh,
Haha, sleight of hand, 20 with disadvantage is a 21.
That beats your
Huh.
passive perception for sure.
how much are you sleight of handing money into my
Yeah,
pouch?
yeah.
How much?
I don't know, with a 21 sleight of hand, how much do you think I can put in?
Yeah, like 100 tops probably.
Okay, I'll do 100.
Plus
And
the
then I'll
one you're
give-
handing him.
And then I'll give one gold. Here's one.
All right. Thank you, Tether. This will last me quite a while. I say with the 1 gold in my hand.
Good, I'm sure.
You know, Tether, I was thinking, do you remember that time, well, we were set in that one strange city we traveled to, and we were talking about secrets a little bit.
Yeah?
You know, back then you told me a little bit about yourself, and I wasn't really comfortable with sharing too much.
That's okay. You didn't have to.
Well, I figured, if it makes you feel better, perhaps I could... Well, I don't really have anything to give you, but I could give you a piece of the secret now. And I return, I can give you the rest.
Okay. Wait, is anyone, like, around?
No, you're alone.
Okay, Tether's gonna take out her hat and put it on.
She's gonna become Isla. Red-haired elven woman. Similar facial features to Tether, but not a mushroom.
It's very important you don't tell anyone.
Well, Heather's not gonna hear it. I winked.
And Turn is going to share a secret with Tether.
You have to say it.
Do I have to?
You do.
Okay, fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. I said I'm only giving part of it.
No, Nick dangle it over, and then I can lord it over everyone for
They're not
I know.
here. They don't know. In fact, you know what? 2 of you mute for me.
Oh, but Chelsea's in there? Chelsea's to leave the room.
Chelsea, get out of here.
No, I don't want.
Wow, they're gonna watch the stream and they'll know.
They could, but...
So this is a story about a little tiefling that left home
Jesus Christ.
a long time ago. He traveled from place to place before, well, he found a second family for a while and grew up with them, and learned a lot from them. But eventually he felt like it was time to leave again, and then he found his third family. And it was with this third group that that he met someone who's very special, very, very dear to him.
Not a deer, right?
No, not a deer. Are you
Okay.
familiar with wood elves at all, and perhaps some of their customs? Or so there's this custom. It's the with the wood elves of Lune Winor. There's a ceremony or a custom where they hand down a ceremonial sword. Something that belongs to the family for generations. And it's part of what happens when a wood elf and a wood elf, or a wood elf and a tieflin, or a wood elf and whatever, decide they are going to spend the rest of their lives together. And second part of the secret, have to wait until I return.
And we agreed on 3 weeks, right?
No tether.
And... Well... Put her there.
I sort of
Take off hat.
I like brush your hand aside and hug ya.
If I ever miss you, I can pretend to be you.
Take good care of the birds in the tree outside my window. Also, please let them in and feed them. I left about a month's worth of birdseed in my bed.
Oh, I can collect some. It's gonna put me in a compromising permission with the Acorn Gang, but like, I'll do it.
Thank you.
You hear a voice call from below the ship. It's like, any last
Oh, I missed
any
that.
last
We missed
stragglers
that.
coming down? Now's the time.
Let me go back and get Chelsea.
Yep.
Alright, I guess we go back to the
Yeah.
group.
Return to the group. You know, it's somber-ish mood, but Septon's sort of sitting there. You know.
I'm really sorry to leave you on this, or leave you this way, and you know, for this to be so sudden. But really, I really realized this when I was talking to Tether. I'm so grateful for meeting each of you and learning alongside each of you, and I know that without me, you'll still go on to be great students and without a doubt, great heroes as
No,
well.
hold up, man. We're not becoming the heroes tomorrow without you. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, but your name is going to be in the story, just like every one of ours.
Well, I appreciate that. I'll be back. Don't worry. Just
In a couple months.
Someday.
Probably a couple months. You're gonna miss the boat. You better get on.
We're on the boat. You need to get on the boat going
Oh,
forward.
right. I should probably get on the other boat.
No. Yeah, we're not. We have to make the boat. We'll leave and leave you here.
Oh, all right.
Good luck, buddy.
Likewise. Tell everyone from the school I said sorry.
Yeah, we'll have to figure something out there.
Oh, we won't apologize to them for you. They should apologize to you.
Somehow I don't think they'll agree with that.
Brum, mate.
All right, I won't hold you up any longer. This ship's about to go.
My turn.
So long, Septon.
Farewell.
Andy.
Just looking at Una and Tether.
What? Oh, bye.
Una, I'm sorry.
What? Why?
I'm not sure, really. I mean, on top of everything, it seems, like I, probably, frustrated you a lot. Gave you a hard time. So,
Nope.
Yeah, but that's just you.
all right.
I never expected an apology,
Oh, all right.
but I appreciate it.
Well, when I come back, I'll have a lot of catching up to do. So I hope that I can borrow your notebooks when I come back.
You're gonna learn how to read?
Hey,
Okay.
I'm at a first grade level, all right? I'm doing
Okay.
good work.
Okay.
Okay, well, draw lots of pictures for me. I'm a visual learner.
Right. Do you want a notebook
Take with me?
for your own adventures? Yeah.
Sure.
I might just have a green one.
Thanks. I'm gonna make some really great comics in this book.
Yeah, draw what you do, because that'll help me out later.
Left it in my bag. So long.
Be safe.
See you later. Or sooner if you want.
Goodbye.
You see, turn.
He turns and he turn walks.
Yeah, he does!
Yeah, baby!
Climbs on down the ladder. Cool. And not too much longer later, you hear some splashing from below, and you can see the small rowboat carrying Turn and one other figure who just didn't have a ticket back towards the shore. Wave at him as he goes. But you
I do
hear-
the wave that Link does in the very beginning of Legend of Zelda Wind Waker off the side of the boat.
But before too long, you hear a as the sails of your ship catch wind, and you feel yourself starting to move forward. And the distance increases until you can no longer see Turn on the skyline anymore. Septon's gonna pull you aside, Una.
Okay.
You good, man?
Yeah?
You didn't seem all that bummed about Turn leaving.
Were Turn and I really close?
I don't know. We've all been hanging out for a couple of months now. I don't know. Want to make sure you're alright. It's been a rough
Fine.
couple of weeks.
I'm fine. He just seemed happier to leave, so
Alright.
if someone wants to leave, I don't want to. It's no use begging them to stay.
No, you're right. Just wanted to check. Cool, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm so tired.
If you want to talk about it, sorry if I'm not being sensitive to you guys processing your feelings.
No,
If you need somebody to talk to, I'm here.
I think maybe we should all just go to bed.
Cool. Somehow Una has a drink out of nowhere. Una just aged 40 years.
Okay.
What? Oh, you're muted, Michael.
Septon pulls Una aside, and so it's just Tether and Shandi.
The oddest couple.
The oddest couple. They have so much in common. Shandi,
Heather?
would you mind if I hugged you and then cried for a while?
Go ahead.
Do you have a time limit?
Well, I was hoping to go to bed soon, but, 5-10 minutes should suffice.
Okay, I'll do 10.
Okay.
Tether grabs onto Shanti and sobs. And we'll come back to that scene in a minute. Turn. Oh, you're not done yet.
Oh. Oh.
You make your way back on the boat, and you're dropped off in Trunel. And the old man says, "Glad you're free," before starting to row somebody out to a different boat. What do you want to do? Where are you going?
Tell me, old man, you know of a temple?
Ah!
Oh, right. Sorry, you're about to row off.
That's right, I got it!
Do you know where I can find a temple in this town?
You'd better be better off asking one of the Vanguard of Light. They're the religious types. Any temples I knew of probably got burned down by those damn vampires.
Thanks. I go find a Vanguard of Light
Yeah, find
member.
Spear toad. It's the same woman who was guarding the gates before. You can see that she's come down and she's putting her spear away, but she's in the least crowded part of the town.
Excuse me, miss.
Yeah.
Looking for a temple.
Good luck. Those damn hellspawn have razed this part of Nildor to the ground. The best you're probably gonna get is, our base camp.
Where is that?
It moves from place to place. Why do you need a temple?
I lost a friend in the Underdark. I just need someone who can, preserve the body so I can find time for a proper ceremony.
Yeah, we've got some priests in our base camp. You should probably head up that way. It's, northwest about 3 days' journey right now. Should be sticking around there for a while.
Can I get a horse and cart in town? Here?
Looks
Or is
around.
it also going to be hard to find?
I don't know, there's not a whole lot of horses left. People took them early on.
Alright, makes sense. Guess I'm hoofing it. Thank you.
Yeah. Though, should warn you, leader of this whole shindig's a little rough around the edges, so just be careful. He's got a good heart, but, Are you a wizard? Are you a mage? Alright, that's good. They call him the Mage Slayer.
Good thing they don't call him the Ranger Slayer.
Yeah, that'd be a weird thing to call him.
Sounds like a real prick.
Well, it's a noble cause, but I think he's just angry. As are we all, but he can't keep it in check as much.
Right.
As some people are.
I understand. I've met plenty like that myself. Thanks.
Good luck in your noble endeavor.
Aye. As with yours.
May the Platinum's grace guide you.
Smell you later.
Cool. You leave town. You just heading up that direction?
I need to rest before I really travel anywhere, actually, so...
It's true!
I turn back around. Psych, I need to... Actually, can I just camp for the night? I'm moving at half speed right
It's
now.
like morning.
I need
right
to
now.
at least rest for like 8 hours, so...
There
really,
are makeshift little cots around here if you wanted to stay.
Perfect. I'm gonna try and find a spot that is somewhat protected, so I don't get everything stolen off of me in the middle of the night.
Yeah, you can find yourself a little corner. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, and you can sleep through the day, really. You wake up and it's late afternoon, but you're feeling pretty well rested. None of your stuff is gone. You do notice that same, dirt-streaked kid from earlier is sitting nearby, looking at you and looking at other people.
Point at him.
What? Ugh. He comes over.
What are you doing?
Making sure nobody stole your shit. Your friend gave me gold, so I figured I owe you that much.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I'm in debt to you.
That you got gold?
Oh, I've got something better. I pull out a single stick of dynamite.
What is this?
That's a stick of dynamite.
Oh. What am I supposed to do with it?
You're young, you're resourceful.
Thanks.
I just thought, that's what I would like if
No,
I
I know.
was in your
Thank you.
position.
This is great. I'll make some use
Ah.
of this.
Great. I hope you will. If nothing else, sell it for some coin.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Now then, if you don't mind, I've got to travel to a base camp.
Sure. Don't die, I guess.
Don't plan on it, but I'm not making any promises.
Cool, and you leave. Right. You travel up north for a few hours through this horrible spike pit for a while, and then across a rather flat terrain for a number of hours. Late afternoon turns into evening. And the sun in the clear sky is setting, casting a red glow, red and orange glow across the snow as you walk. You make your way up a small rise with a pretty flat top. It's not incredibly steep, but there's probably a minute or two where you stumble your way up a little bit, have to use your hands to climb to the very top. From here, you have a startlingly beautiful view of the sea as the sunset sort of glimmers off of it in the distance. You can't make out any boats, but you know that they're out there somewhere. You hear a voice from behind you. Running away again.
I turn.
Oh, that's the same song. You see a vaguely familiar form standing in front of you. Gold scales glint in the sunset. You see a dragonborn, a peculiar one. Long golden whiskers hanging down from his face, several horns. Last place you saw this individual was Trinity 2, where he resurrected your friends.
Right.
He has his arms crossed. You can see a large mace on his side and a shield next to him.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit surprised. You're the last person I expected to see behind me.
My father's been having me keep an eye on you folks. Figured the other ones were pretty safe on that boat.
Well, right. You're probably better off watching those ones then. I've got a bit of business to attend to.
Do you have business to attend to, Turn, or are you just running away from your responsibilities again?
As far as I'm concerned, this is my responsibility.
You mean that empty corpse on your shoulder?
Hey, that's my friend you're talking about.
It's not. Do you know what he is?
What do you mean?
He's a revenant. Body's
All right.
destroyed. His soul's in another one now.
So, wait. His soul is in another body? Somewhere?
Closest full body to where his other one was destroyed.
So he's probably still in the Underdark. How do I know you're telling the truth?
Why would I lie?
You're probably right. Alright, well then I'm going back to the Underdark. Thank you. You saved me a lot of time, honestly.
Turn.
What?
Do you really think you're going to survive in the Underdark on your own?
That's not what's important.
It is what's
I
important.
have to
Turn.
try. I have to try. I'll be stealthier. The group of us, we weren't really able to move around very effectively. But one person would be much harder to find. Plus, I blend in with the moss.
Turn. I'm going to tell you something my father told me when I was young.
Alright.
As you are, you're weak. You don't stand a chance. On your own, you're You're a piece of grass under a horse's hoof. Every hardship you've ever come across, you've run away from. As you are, you won't rescue him. You'll just die trying.
Well, I mean, at least I can say I tried.
But does it matter if you die along the way? Turn in storybooks, a noble heart is as good as gold. But in this world, if you can't back up your actions, then it's meaningless. You need the strength, the power, to do what your heart wants. As you are, you can't protect him. You couldn't protect your friends. You couldn't protect her. Should harm befall her.
What do you know about that?
My father knows a lot of things. He wouldn't let someone ride on his back if he didn't know where they came from.
So what did he tell me? Go back, become stronger?
You could return to your friends, or you could prove to me right here that you have the strength to rescue your friend. Maybe I've underestimated you.
There is no doubt in my mind I need to rescue my friend.
I can't let you go back into the Underdark on your own. So you'll have to get through me. Or you could go. Run away. Wander aimlessly like you always do.
Don't really understand your, So you're gonna stop me from going back in the Underdark, but you won't stop me from wandering about my own way?
I mean, I'd like to hope that you wouldn't choose it, Turn. There's promise in you. My father's seen something in you. And to see you wander aimlessly and wasted, it's disappointing.
Well, I don't know anything about that. Going back. I'm gonna find them. But I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna fight you head on. You're obviously much stronger than I am.
I'm not gonna fight back. Just hit me. See if you can.
And if I refuse?
Then I'll stop you.
How?
Turn, it wouldn't be hard.
I'm gonna try and walk around him.
You hear him mutter something under his breath.
I keep walking, but watching him.
Are you like walking away, or are you just circling him?
I mean, once they circle around him, I'm going to walk away and continue back down the path towards the Underdark entrance.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't make any moves as you try to walk around him.
Okay, and then I begin to, I guess, sort of looking over my shoulder. I'm just, yeah, looking over my shoulder, I just begin to walk back.
All right, you look over your shoulder, begin to walk back, and there's the sun sort of glints off his scales for a moment. And your eyes sort of flicker, and then you run into something solid. And you look up, and he's just standing, arms crossed, directly in front of you.
if you've been following us all this time, if you know this much about me, then you should know I have my mind made up.
Prove it.
I try to walk around him again.
He's gonna hold his arm out and just sort of grab you by the shoulder. We've done this dance before, Turn, and he's gonna push you backwards a little bit. If you want to get into the Underdark, you have to go through me, not around me. Prove that you're not gonna die the second you step foot in there.
Alright, I'll try to run forward and like slide through his legs.
Okay, make an acrobatics check.
Alright. Do I still have 1 level of exhaustion?
You do.
I think I do. Acrobatics, you say?
Acrobatics. Change the music.
2.
Let me change the music real quick to something a little more action-y. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I'll roll, but natural 20. You try to slide under his legs and he just sticks his foot out and your head just poof, runs right into his foot. Oh! Onto the ground.
Alright, I want to... As I stop, I say, alright, I'll be like, alright, fine. I'll get serious, but you won't like it, I'm warning you now.
Alright. You see, you see him as you're preparing whatever you're preparing. You see him mutter something to himself, and there's just a faint, like, after image over his form.
Okay. I am going to cast Darkness, centered on myself.
Cool.
And then I am going to, so I'm going to pull out my flint and steel and light my backpack on fire. And then I'm going to run towards him and drop the bag near him and try to run around him.
As you try to drop the bag, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Nice. Natural 20.
Natural 20, giving you what?
22.
Let me double check something. Alright, yeah, you are successfully able to drop the bag right next to him. And you can try to run behind him. If that was
Alright, yeah. I just try to, like, I guess, 90-degree angle run away from him.
Cool. Yeah, you run away from him. You hear boosh as this thing explodes.
When it explodes, that's what I try to... I dispel the darkness and just run with the, like, dust cloud.
Cool. As you look back over your shoulder, you see the dust cloud clearing. His shield is in his hand, completely unscathed.
That's fine. I'm not trying to hurt him.
Then, bonus action, he's in front of you again. You slam into his chest. He pushes you backward with his shield and says, "You're gonna have to try harder than that, kid."
Okay, I'm running out of options here.
Like this, you'll never be able to defeat me or anyone like me. You'll never be able to defeat the evils that come for you, your friends, your family. As you are now, Turn, you're aimless. Your heart is noble, but your mind, your body, your spirit, they can't back it up. You have to stop running. That's his turn.
All right, I stand up. I guess I'm already standing.
Yeah.
Dust myself off a little bit. All right. Well, you said I couldn't go alone. Why don't you go with me?
Sort of defeats the purpose of the exercise, doesn't it, kid?
Does it? I mean, if you're so sure that I'm pathetic and weak, and perhaps you could. I mean, I'm sure someone like you could show me a couple of things along the way.
I could show you something, that's for sure, but I've more important things to do than go on an ill-fated mission into the Underdark for an undead corpse.
More important things than stand here and stop some
Frankly, kid,
bleeding
yes.
child. Well, then go. What's keeping you?
My father. He thinks you have promise.
Right.
For that reason, I'm here to give you this option. Here to put you in your place. Extend an offer, if you're worthy. Come on, turn, hit me!
I slowly draw my blade. And I say, you have to hit me first.
That's not how this works, kid.
I'm not gonna hit you.
Why?
I mean, you're being annoying, but you don't deserve it. You were pretty rude to us back in, back where we first met. But you did do us a favor. Revive a friend of ours. Friends of ours.
He looks at you for a minute. So you won't hit me, because I don't deserve it? Even if I'm blocking you from bringing your friend back.
I'll find another way around.
You got determination, I like that. Fine. Brace yourself.
I don't even think you can hit me.
He wails back. He pulls back with his mace, and he does so it lights up, just like brilliant bright light coming off of it. You have to shield your eyes briefly, and he swings it
dodge
down
action?
at you. Okay, that's fine. Oh no! All right.
I did hit him with a whole bunch of dynamite, actually.
You didn't hit him. He has a shield master feat. You did no damage to him.
Oh, nice, perfect.
Ah, fuck! I didn't set up his sheet correctly.
Speaking of which, what happened to the other stuff in his bag when he blew it up? It wouldn't disintegrate gold.
No,
would
the
it?
gold's probably fine. It's just scattered about.
I probably have that in a gold pouch, like on my body. I don't have that much gold.
So 100 gold pieces fly out of your bag.
That's gonna be a 27 to hit there. Turn.
Yeah, that hits. That sure hits.
Absolutely hit, won't it? And you are going to take some fucking damage.
Make it a smite, I dare you.
He's not a paladin.
Oh, boo.
Hey! All right. So that is going to be 13 points of bludgeoning damage. $29 points of radiant damage.
Dear Lord.
Ooh, wow, that's spicy. I'm still standing.
Good.
Barely.
He raises it up for his second strike.
Ah.
And he doesn't take it. Could take a hit. Good. Now
I look
hit me.
up that, is that all you got?
He's got his arms wide open. Your turn, kid.
I am Terran. I'm gonna stand up.
Yeah, I probably did knock you down, to be fair.
Yeah. I'm gonna sheath my blade. I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna say, no. I'm gonna try and limp past him.
He's just gonna grab you by the shoulder. You've got a good heart. You do. But a good heart isn't enough. You need determination. You need a goal. You need the means to see that through. As it stands right now, Turn, you're wandering aimlessly to your death. I don't want to see that happen to you. My father thinks you have a greater destiny than that. And your friends that you just abandoned, I'm sure they wouldn't be too happy about it either. I'm not asking you to give up what makes you you, Turn. There's strength in you. There's hope. There's the makings of something great. But it needs to be sharpened, honed, focused. You can keep being just Turn, or you can become something greater.
This whole time I'm like trying to push past him.
He's got a firm grip on your shoulder.
I know, I figured. That's just it. I am just Turn. Nothing's gonna stop me from trying. I don't care about death. I don't care how weak I am. This is what my mind and heart is set to. And the only way you're gonna keep me from it is if you drag me away unconscious. Is that what your dad wants?
No.
Well then. I think it'll save us both a whole lot of time if you just step to the side and let me pass.
He lets go of your shoulder. If you change your mind, my father forgives.
Alright. I look at him, and then I turn,
He's gonna hold his hand out to you.
as in like a shake my hand sort of gesture. I consider for a moment, but then I go to shake his hand.
He grabs it and he pulls you in. And
Ooh.
he says, "This is a mistake."
Kisses me on the neck.
No, this is a mistake. And I think you'll live to regret it. And then he's gonna speak a word that feels like sunshine. And your body feels miraculously healed. Your level of exhaustion is gone, and you're back to full HP. He's gonna let go of you. Kneel to the ground, and then in a column of light just disappear.
Can't live to regret it if I don't live.
And he walks away. Alright. And that's turn. Back on the boat! How are things going? What are people up to?
Has that time passed for us, or are we back?
We're back. We're back.
Okay.
Always, yeah.
So I imagine Tether is still crying on me.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
your 10 minutes could have passed if you want to like take a nap.
If you
can
don't,
do
if,
that.
yeah, if you want to just go to bed, you can.
Yeah, I want to take a nap.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, you can take your nap and remove one of your levels of exhaustion if you'd like. Septon's jotting down some notes before he goes to bed. Though when Septon wakes up, you do notice that he is green now. He is no longer blue. He was given express permission, in fact, direction from Peter to make that happen. So.
I'll take the nap as well, holding Una's hand.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, you've been given sort of quarters. They're little bunks down below deck, so it's probably the most comfortable sleep you've had in a while. Rather than you're still in a moving boat, but that's a much more gently lilting situation than in a wagon. I'm so cold right now.
Oh, I've been adding more
This,
laundry to my laundry.
I'm gonna get a coat in a second here.
This a long rest or a short
This
rest?
is a long rest.
Okay. Okay. Whoopsies. Okay. Great.
Here, why don't you long rest while I get a coat? I'm actually so unbelievably cold right now. 1 second. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, there were
So guys, we're
places in
down
my
to
window this
one exhaustion point because we got
week.
2, and a rest only takes away 1. Okay.
Mhm.
Still sucky, but
Oh boy. Was there a question, Chelsea?
nah, I got it.
Okay.
I don't know that Shandi's ever been on a boat like this before. So can I make a roll to see if I get seasick?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, can I do that as well?
Yeah, it's a Phoenix roll in honor of Turn's last episode.
Hey.
For now.
Alright, we're going 50-50 on this. High as I'm fine, low as I'm seasick.
I'm seasick.
That's high, I'm fine.
I got a 6 out of 20.
Yep. Tether, you're looking greener than usual, but Shandi, you're pretty good. And Una, you grew up in a coastal town. You know boats.
Yeah.
Septon's fine too. Not gonna roll for that. Not gonna force seasickness on him. I'm not gonna do it. A Phoenix roll while he's not here. Cool. Well, oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I'm gonna go find a bucket for Tether.
And a mop.
No, just... Oh. I guess I'll go fetch one of those as well. Put on my maid outfit and start cleaning up Tether's vomit.
You don't have that. That's back home.
No, I didn't bring that.
I keep good track of where that maid outfit goes. There's a few items I track across the campaign. Maid outfit's one of them. When you've all come to and are getting used to the place, Balthazar is going to appear in front of you. Say, "Oh, good heavens! We are out of the Underdark at long last. Good
You missed the
job!"
hug. You missed the hug. And she's gonna pick up.
Oh, thank you. Oh, this is so nice. I can't feel it, of course. You're just hugging a vessel that my soul is trapped in, but...
But it's the thought that counts.
Yes, it is. So, where are we headed next?
Library.
Ugh, boring.
Well, we're going to be there for a long time, so...
Ugh. You know what you could do to make it more interesting?
No.
You don't know?
No, I don't. I'm not going to do it.
Oh, come on, it'd be fun! Have you ever seen a bunch of bookworms getting it on?
I can read you books.
I don't need that.
Like, what genre?
I've no interest.
I can try to find funny books because you like to be funny.
No, I don't need to read a joke book. Thank you, though.
Oh,
You would
fine.
honestly probably enjoy that one book Turn kept reading.
Which book was that?
Oh, it's a story about a young goblin girl.
Oh, the little goblin girl!
Oh,
I'm familiar.
unsurprisingly, he knows it.
I can practice now, and I'm going to take out my book of phrases. Introduction.
You don't have to do this.
Understanding. Throughout my life, I've heard things that I didn't understand.
I have
So I
some
thought
phrases
I'd
you could
pile
add.
of
You could add to
lists.
that book.
Oh, okay.
Oh yes, they're real good ones too.
Maybe they're already in the book. That's why we should read the book.
I bet
first.
they're not. Something's gonna grab Balthazar and say, "That's enough for today, Balthy," and just put him back on his hip. Ugh, you're no fun. Well, if you ever want to have a good time, you know how. Also, next time you're going into the Underdark, I'll stay home. How's that sound? Unless you let me out of the hourglass, then we can just all go our separate ways and it wouldn't even be a big deal.
I think the first option's the best.
Alright. Seppi, take me on a tour of the ship, please. Someone's gonna be like, I don't wanna, but okay. Got nothing else better to do, unless we wanna have a meeting or talk about anything, guys.
No, you should just do what he wants for now.
Alright.
Well, what would the meeting entail?
Well, I don't know. If we wanted to talk strategy, what are we gonna tell Elitha about, Turn?
Well, we tell her he's made the choice to leave.
And we can blame them.
Blame.
Elitha didn't want us to do this, right?
Okay, this is out of game question. Didn't we hear from... I forget who did we hear it from.
Agile.
That there's...
Yeah. Agile Mask told you who decides on these sort of things. That it's a council. It's the headmaster, Mrs. Lee, Captain Sheena, your 3 teachers.
Yeah.
And if there's ever a tie, it goes to the board, more or less, the people who fund the program. One of whom is Althea Resk.
And we found out Brahm didn't want us to go.
Brahm and Elitha. Elitha said she didn't want you to go. Brahm also didn't want you to go.
Which would imply at least the other 4 at least wanted us to.
Not necessarily. Could have been a tie. Could have gone to the board.
I know. I said I said at least, but I meant like at most the other 4.
Or Brahm or Elitha are lying.
Exactly. I've been told guilt.
I mean, we
trips are
don't
really
tell
good.
them it's their fault. We just say he decided to leave, and then that's their problem if they want to take any actions towards it.
But it's our problem if they take actions to try to make Turn come back.
So,
No,
if they-
then that's his problem, honestly.
But we're a family, so it would be our problem.
We're not a family, we're friends.
Okay.
Balthazar says,
That's just a fact.
family's overrated anyway, Trevor.
You're right.
Well, I don't know. Okay, so we'll just let her know. I don't know, is there anything else we need to talk about? I mean, a couple of threats taken care of. Weird skin envelope, though. Is that something we
What?
want to worry about, or do we
yeah.
think that's somebody else's problem?
I should probably.
Should we
I'll
add that to
tell-
the list?
We should tell her.
Oh, yeah, no.
Worth mentioning.
But should we add it to the list?
Yeah.
It can go relatively low. We don't know if it's a direct
I
threat
didn't
yet.
do my full name. It was Una. Cannot.
Could be a
That
different
could be
Una.
anybody.
Okay.
Didn't spell my full name. It was
Do we
just
want to
Una.
put
Cannot.
Turn leaving on our problems list, or is that not a problem?
I
I
mean,
don't think it's a problem. It's not something we're looking to directly solve.
he's gonna come back.
I mean, hopefully.
He basically said.
I mean, Turn has always said it's better for us to not worry, so.
It's true. Alright, well. I'm gonna go show Balfour the ship. We don't have anything pressing we need to talk about. Tyler, you want to come take a walk? Might make you feel better.
I'll take a walk, but I'll walk another direction.
Go for it.
I'm gonna go to my new.
He's gonna head out.
Heather's gonna go to her new friend.
Adelfair?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
Poor woman.
Is there anything the two of you want to do in the meantime? It's like it's late afternoon on the 38th.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Shanti's just gonna go take in some sea air. Just not really walk around the deck. Just find a spot and like hang out.
Sure.
And
I'm trying out. I'm putting on my new spectacles and throwing my psionic knives as far as I can,
Yeah,
baby.
you got what, 60 feet now?
I think it's 120.
Daggers are 120?
Well, wait, hold on.
Your spectral ones might be different. Normal
Ah.
daggers.
Then I'm finding just rocks.
I think it's 30 over 60 is daggers, but you got 60,
Yeah.
which is pretty good. Yeah, no, you're feeling good about your distance. It's nice. All right, Tyler.
Oh, it doesn't even have one. It just says 60,
Oh, well then it doesn't matter.
and it doesn't do anything.
Doesn't actually
Thanks.
doesn't actually
fucking
improve
turn.
anything, does it? Well, if you wanted to throw a normal weapon for any reason, you could do that now.
Why would I ever want to do that?
If you get a magic dagger,
Like, that's ever gonna happen.
could easily happen. It's
What's
a high
better than
magic
the
campaign.
daggers? What's better than the weapons I make with my mind?
The artifacts on your back.
Nothing. Nope.
Tether, you find her. She is sitting in a rather dark cabin. Not the same one that you're in. It's a different cabin. This is appropriate music, I feel like.
she's gonna just sit down
she's
right across
looking
across
at
from her
a
and just
book.
yeah, and she's just gonna say, "What's your
Yeah.
family like?"
And she closes the book instantly and just shoves it right back into her satchel. What?
Did I notice anything about the book?
Old. Very, very old looking book. A grimoire, really.
Okay.
Sorry, what? It's you.
What's your family like?
They're, I don't know, pretty normal. What do you mean?
Oh, just wondering. Mine killed me.
What?
Yeah, and then I thought I found a new family, but apparently I don't know the real definition of family, and it's just friends.
Sorry, let's go back to your family killed you?
Don't worry, I'm right here. So anyway, so I was just wondering what your family was like.
They're pretty normal. My mother works at the Lyceum, and my father's passed on.
Do you see him often?
He's dead.
Oh, okay. So like, okay, I get it.
My father is dead.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. A lot happened before the age started. Not
The
even
age?
Mahenwaif was... Yes, the age of the Citadel.
How old is the Citadel?
Do you know what year it is, Tether? It's the 46th year of the age of the Citadel, Tether. My father died at the end of the last age, before the
Which
age of
was?
the Citadel.
Which was?
It was the age of Unity, Tether.
How old was Unity?
Several thousand years.
Ah, were they an elf? I'm just kidding. I know it's an age.
My My father died when the material plane was added to Grozitz's collection. But it's been a number of years since then.
Okay. How
My-
do they decide how ages end?
That's a good question, actually. Usually a large event of some kind. I mean, the Age of
And
Unity...
does everyone collectively goes, that's it for this
No,
one?
Salos decides.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's why I didn't know, because I don't even know what really Salos
Well, how
is.
old are you? You're 16, you said?
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't alive for the last age. It started 46 years ago.
Mm.
Young.
What were you reading?
Nothing. Just some work.
If you want to just read, I understand. I can take out my book and we can read together.
No, that's all right, Tether. I prefer to read alone.
I get that, yeah. Sometimes I have to read alone too, because when I was reading with a lot of people, I got in trouble because I was drawing on the margins.
Yeah, taking notes in margins is one thing, but I don't think doodling is often encouraged.
Hmm.
Is there anything else I can help you with, Tether?
Well, I was just thinking, like, I got on the boat with 4 friends, but now there's only 3. So,
I'm
just wanted to talk to
sorry.
someone.
Okay,
How many friends do you have?
I don't know. I've never counted, really.
You have that many you can keep count?
No, I don't keep track of. It's not important to me.
Oh, you don't keep track? I do this, and I take out a notebook and I have all the people's names. Each one has a page, and it's a list of friend events.
Is it just the other students, or is it other people as well?
It's the main 4. Then Johnson's in there, and Dima's in there, and
Any of the teachers?
I don't think
Yes.
Tether thinks teachers are allowed to be friends.
Fair enough. You didn't really know Elias, to be fair.
Yeah.
Is Adelfair in there?
No, but Tether did just open up to a blank page.
That's an interesting way of keeping track of those things.
Oh, I forgot. 1 second. She goes to the Shandi page. Let me cry on him and didn't seem too annoyed.
Okay. No, yeah, I don't have a count of friends. Sorry.
It's okay. It's a new concept, so I'm trying to
Friends or counting?
visualize it. Both.
Oh. I guess you said your family tried to kill you, so I guess that makes sense. In a way.
Mm.
So is there anything I can help you with, or...
No.
Are you sure? I mean...
Do you have anything I can help you with?
No, I just want to read alone.
That's interesting. Do you usually read for pleasure, or do you like to read for learning?
I
'Cause
work in a
think they're
lyceum, so I read for learning, generally.
Oh, or lyceums, libraries?
No.
Lyceum library. Ah, there you go.
You know, I have to use the restroom.
Me too.
You should go first. I'll go after you're done.
Do you know where it is?
It's not here. You should go find it.
Let me think. If I were a boat,
It's probably
Where?
probably down below. It's probably down below, Tether.
down below.
Mm-hmm.
How many floors?
I don't know. You should go find out.
Is this your first time on a boat?
No,
Oh, so how many floors was the other boat you were on?
a couple.
Couple.
This is a galleon, so I'd imagine there's what three floors, maybe four.
Oh, 3, maybe 4. That's a lot of
Include
floors.
The deck.
Oh, you're including the deck. And it's not on the deck?
I doubt it, Tether.
I vomited
They do
earlier.
call it the poop deck.
I vomited earlier, but I just did it right next. I'd never been on a boat before.
I'm sorry to hear that, Tether. Why don't you go find the bathroom?
Oh, wait. Nicely gave me bucket and cleaned vomit.
Oh, you know what? Somebody's sending a message to me with magic,
Oh,
so I
my
should
friend
probably
Una
go.
can do that too. I have to decide. I have to be really careful because sometimes I just think, and I don't intend to think talk, but I do. How do you know?
It's
when
a
you're
spell.
thinking or
It's a
think
spell. It's
talking.
my mom. I should go. I have to talk to her. So sorry.
What are moms like?
What?
Moms?
Sorry. Say that one more time.
Moms?
What do you mean, moms?
What are moms like?
I can tell you later. How about I tell you later? Because my mom needs to talk to me.
Oh, is it important?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll find a bathroom and I'll come back and tell you where it is.
Great. Come back here and tell me where it is.
Oh, if you want to move, I can find you.
Fantastic. Great.
Great.
Have fun, Tether.
You too. Tell your mom I said hi.
Oh, Mom. Yep.
Oh, is she there now? Say hi. Tether says hi.
She's just gonna turn and go. She's gonna leave.
Okay, I'll find the bathroom.
Shanti. You just find a spot on the top of the ship.
Yep. Just watching the water go by.
All right. You hear a voice from behind you. It's beautiful, is it not?
Oh yes, I do quite enjoy looking at the ocean. I'll turn around and see who this is.
Captain Killian standing behind you. Hands on
Oh.
his hips. The only lady I'll ever love is the sea.
I suppose I can respect that.
Now, men, on the other hand,
How'd you know? You, Phoenix, you, me, and Peeves all had the exact same thought. Doesn't it just make you want to never see shore again?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. There are benefits to being on dry land.
Pish posh. What's dry land got that the ocean doesn't?
There's gorgeous architecture. There's
Oh,
grass can be quite lovely sometimes, and
Seaweed? Shipwrecks. Got you on both counts.
I don't know if seaweed is technically a grass, although I would have to do more research on that. I suppose I could check in the library. Let me put that on my to-do list.
You're one of those smart kids, aren't you?
I wouldn't say that. I just care about knowing things.
I came over because I had a question for you.
Oh, go ahead.
Have you... This might come off as a little bit strange. I knew someone a number of years ago. Looked a lot like you.
How so?
Same eyes and the same animalistic aura.
Oh. Well, that is interesting.
Yes, I was wondering if you perhaps knew her?
No, I don't believe I've ever met anyone like that.
Oh. Well, no bother then. It's an old crewmate of mine. I was wondering if you perhaps had any connection.
I am interested. What was her name?
It was Elaine. Or at least that's what you told me her name was.
Oh.
Didn't provide a last name, but Elaine.
Well, I've never really met anyone like me, so if you any information on her, I would be happy to.
This is give away my age a bit, something I don't like to do, but this was, say, 20 years
You're
ago.
a young man.
Hey, don't flatter me.
Well, yes, that's certainly interesting. But no, I'm sorry, no relation that I know of.
That's a shame. Well, then I shan't bother you anymore.
No, it's no bother at all. I was enjoying the company.
It's a nice sword you've got there.
Thank you. You know, I take pride in keeping it polished.
As you well should. A swashbuckler's blade is his life. That's what my old captain always taught me.
Yes.
I've got a pretty nice one here myself, and he pulls out. It's like a beautiful aquamarine blade, housed in a intricate silver handle. It's a rapier. It looks supple but sturdy, and there seems to be like very intricate elven script written up along the blade.
Well, that is quite the beautiful weapon.
It's my seafoam blade. Would you like to give it a swing or two?
I would be happy to.
I can tell by your stance you know your way around a sword.
I'll give it a few test swings.
It's beautifully balanced.
And where did you have this made, if I might ask?
It was forged for me, actually, by an old acquaintance. An old Triton I once knew. He was quite the weaponsmith, as well as other things. But I saved his life a few times, and he repaid that debt with this beautiful sword. Really, there's few I've seen its equal. I mean, yours is nice. I don't mean to, it's not a sword measuring contest by any means, but I thought you could appreciate a sword of this quality. It's most of the people I ferry to and from are the bookish types. Not that you don't strike me as bookish, but most of them, well, most of them couldn't tell a small sword from a rapier.
Well, I have been looking into the art of swordsmithing myself, so getting the chance to just hold a weapon like this will be helpful in that endeavor, I suppose.
Well, if you're interested, the Tritons are famous weaponsmiths as a people.
Yeah.
They come from the elemental plane of water, and they say because of their roots, metal bends to them as a wave would. If you're interested, maybe their technique would prove helpful.
Absolutely, you've given me an excellent heading, I guess.
Of course. That's what I
One
do
more
as the
thing.
captain, after all. I provide headings. There's a little
Excellent.
nautical pun for you.
Oh, it didn't miss me, don't worry.
Good.
Here, you can have this back.
Thank you. Do you have a name for your blade?
Not at the moment, though. It does ignite if I say a certain word that I will not speak right now because I don't want to light your boat on fire.
Much appreciated. Well, one thing I know, I may not be a swordsmith, is that every legendary blade has a name.
Well, when I craft mine, I'll be sure to name it.
Good. Well, best of luck to you, young man.
Yeah, you as well.
Enjoy the sea breeze.
I will.
And he saunters-
Enjoy captaining.
Oh, I do. And he saunters off to the rest of the ship. Cool. Well, unless anybody has anything that they want to do during this boat ride. Does anyone have anything they want to do during this boat ride? It's gonna last. You will arrive at the Crimean Archives and the night of the 40th of Sithmar. Give or take a few hours.
So we're on the boat for like, what, 2 days?
2-ish days, yeah.
Does that mean we can rest again and get rid of our other level of exhaustion?
You can do that.
Yay.
Lovely.
Yeah, let me know if there's anything you guys would want to do.
I mean, there's nothing you have to roleplay. How they would, like, interact with their friends and interact with your new friend.
Yeah, I mean, Adelferret spends the entire trip just, like, trying to, as politely as possible, spend as little time as possible with you. She's not going to tell you to fuck off. That's not her energy. She's too proper to do that. So if anybody witnesses these interactions, you can tell that she's trying to get the fuck out of there, but she's too nice to just leave.
I'm gonna add Turn's departure and the boat trip to my log.
Septon definitely makes a note of it as well.
5.
Turn go.
Nadia has such a
All
way
your
with
brain power
words.
to academics, so you can't do anything else
Yeah.
personal.
Una, anything you want to get done in these 2 days?
Look at the bow.
Yeah, actually, absolutely. So
Oh wait,
your first assumption in the Underdark was correct. This bow is made of petrified wood, but it's still quite supple, which is interesting. And the thread, the string, is woven with gold. This is a beautifully ornate bow, well maintained, and probably incredibly difficult to create.
Is it a longbow or a short bow?
Longbow.
Oh, then I can't use it. I don't think, right?
You could, you just wouldn't be very good at it.
Proficient. Great. Oh, well. Okay. Just go cool and dunk it back in then. Yeah.
It's nice, but yeah, it's a longbow. You have no way of telling if there's anything special about it beyond its gold thread and its fine make. Michael, you were gonna say something?
I just remembered. I have the thing she was gonna throw, like she was
Yes.
gonna break.
Your sort of clear crystal ball.
Yeah. Is there any attuning that would come to that, or no, or do I have to, like...
You spend some time
Yeah.
with it. It doesn't seem attunable.
Yeah. So, to try to figure out what it does.
Yeah, you can make. Are you trying to figure out? I guess it would be an Arcana or an Investigation check, whichever you prefer.
An Arcana or investigation. Let's see. They're both the same, so I'll just Arcana. I rolled a 4.
It's a glass orb, and she was gonna smash it. That's really all you can tell. You look through it a couple of times. You can sort of, like, if you hold your hand to the other side, you can see green, but it's foggy enough within that you can't make out details on the other side.
Okay. In the bag it back goes.
Cool. All right. Then the 2 days pass. As the night of the 40th of Sithmar approaches, so does the Crimean Archives. You see, everyone is called to the deck as the night is approaching. As the night has fallen. It's pitch black in the sky, but Captain Killian calls you all to the deck to say, "This ahead of us, just but a few hours, is the Crimean Archives. It's quite large. We'll be dropping you on the eastern end." And you see in front of you what looks to be a series of structures roughly the size of Kelshar. This is an entire city. Various insane architectural styles piled on top of each other. It seems that whatever this was originally, it has expanded over the years in many different eras and many different styles. tall towers with blue tiled roofs, some stone columns on one end. It's just this massive collection of buildings. Not a ton of windows, though, you do notice. But, more importantly, it's a very special night tonight. Tonight is the 40th of Sithmar. And in just a few short minutes, we'll bear witness to the Great Flash. The yearly renewal. I'm taking bets on what sort of color you think the Flash will be this year. If anyone's interested, meet me over here. He goes over, and a couple of the travelers go. The whole crew's over there, just sort of like mumbling to each other and talking and whatnot. This tether, this might be the Incepted for sure. This might be the first time you've seen this. Una and Chandi, this happens every New Year. But as you look to the sky, in the pitch blackness, it seems to grow even darker. As though it's a void. Breathing in the color and the light of the world around it. It keeps growing darker and deeper and more ravenous. Until all at once, the sky is lit by a massive purple flash. And in the instant after the flash disappears, the sky is completely filled with astral bodies, brighter than you've seen them ever. The constellations shine brightly, the moon in the sky, it's almost too much to bear. It's close to the brightness of day. You hear some cheers and some groans from over on the betting table. But the ship sails on towards the Kymian Archive, towards the 47th year in the Age of the Citadel, and towards a new beginning for our Bright Futures initiative. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of Dungeon Party.
Ooh.
So...
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So, it was probably clear, but Phoenix is going to be taking a little bit of a hiatus from the campaign here.
Just kidding, I'll be back next session as normal. Totally side session, me.
Yeah.
And then we go back and forth every hour.
Every other, yeah, it'll be really cool. But, yeah. So Phoenix is gone for a little bit, but he will be back. Because if he doesn't come back, I'll fucking cry. But who knows? Maybe we'll see what Turn's been up to someday. Maybe we won't. We'll see. I don't know. But we've got some fun stuff planned coming forward, as well as a fun little surprise that you'll be seeing here pretty soon. We're going to power through the new year here, and we're going to keep on going. Yeah, actually, we're coming up on the actual new year as well as the in-game new year, which is fun. But yeah, that's us. Hopefully we'll have Peter back next time. We'll still only have 4 players, but we'll be a different 4 players, and we'll figure it out. But yeah, if you're not currently playing a game of Dungeons & Dragons, you should, because you can, I don't know, what can you do, guys?
You can
Yeah, Phoenix.
ride a boat to a bigger boat.
It's the only place you can do
The
that.
only game you can do that. Yeah. Cool. Well, that is us for this week.